Warning. The following program contains scenes which may offend some viewers. Others may experience mild discomfort, nagging backache, postnasal drip, and delirium, followed by rapid heartbeat, swelling of the nose, throat, and abdomen, and loss of facial hair. Repeated viewing of this tape may result in the loss of one's bodily functions, redistribution of facial features, premature baldness, and a difficulty in forming simple sentences. So, if you're seriously considering a rewarding, challenging career as a lawn ornament, this is the show for you.
I don't. What do you mean the real blind guy?
No, I saw Ronnie Millsap. I saw him in the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Like, it was sad. There was a drunk girl behind me the whole time yelling, "Smoky Mountain Rain! Smoky Mountain Rain! Play Smoky Mountain Rain!"
Literally, if someone's got that play. Can't look blue screen. No, but I'll dude, I hope Jelly Roll gets caught in a fucking tractor's PTO shaft. I'm not even joking. It's not even a bit for the show.
Somebody save me from this PTO shaft.
It's literally, he may be surpassing Bob Seger. Actually, he may have already happened.
You don't wish death on Bob Seger. You don't like it.
What up, old radios? Aaron Griffin, holy fuck, do you have to give Steve a bonus to show up? No, I just said, hey, come over here, we've got a bunch of drugs.
I wanted to come see the new house. I got lost. I couldn't find your house. It was like, I didn't see it.
The back's, I got siding on the back.
Did you really?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You say again?
Got siding on the back.
No. How's that possible?
What do you mean, how's that?
Siding on the back?
Vinyl siding?
Vinyl siding?
Or what about the back? You can put backing on the sides then?
I don't get the joke. Yeah. I don't understand it.
You got vinyl. Why don't you get leather? Upgrade it.
Upgrade it.
Leather house.
Leather siding? Yeah. It's just a big fucking catcher's mitt? Sure.
Not
sure.
Good to be here.
Hell yeah. It's just funny you said Mother's Finest is pretty good. Hell yeah, they are, old radios. Fever off cultivating that Jesus look, yeah.
But the he's got.
What you done, like 45 days in county?
No.
For mopery?
I've just been around. I've been around.
What up, skinny artist? Yeah, man, it's good to have you back on the program.
It's good to be here.
Hell yeah. We had for having to do like shows by myself and shit. Now we got Steve's in the house. We got Jay in the house. Zonk Man in the other room. We've been having a big old time this evening. Tink's up in this mug. We've been doing all kinds of fucking shit. Playing records, running around giving Indian burns and shit. It's been a fucking wild ass evening.
Bobcat Goldthwait on the TV.
Bobcat? Oh, you got a little. What is this?
Shakes.
Oh, Shakes the Clown. Okay, sure. I think Aaron Griffin sent this tape in.
Did he?
Yeah. He's a tape sender.
Yeah.
He's a tape sender. He's a tape sender. Watch the tapes go by. But yeah, we got. What do you have? You got stuff for Dig of the Week?
I do.
I've been here a long time. I was like, somebody was like, Steve bringing records. I was like, if he doesn't, I don't fucking know what the fuck's going on.
I actually, they're recent. I got all the records today.
Okay.
Our 27th anniversary was yesterday. Well, yesterday.
He's fishing for congratulations, folks. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
Nope.
Everybody say congratulations in the chat.
Come to find out, my new bass player in the Bad Company band, they're celebrating their 27th anniversary today. Isn't that weird?
You're in a Bad Company band now?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Bad Company Free.
I was engaged to be married,
we're
and
still
she
working
died,
on the
Steve.
name. It was Live for the Music. I don't like that. That's stupid.
I had to go.
I
had to go to court and get my kid taken away from me today.
Okay.
Yeah.
In fact, I have a hat that says wife, but I don't have a wife because mine died. But this was my dad's hat.
He died too.
It said he also died. My wife says, what does it say?
My wife has a drinking problem. Me.
Yeah, that's my daddy's hat from back in the damn 80s, boy.
What is this?
See him, little Montrose on the box.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Black tape. Whew.
Or Hell is for Children, maybe.
Hell is for hell. Hell is for fucking hell. That's nice. Congratulations with the 27. See in the middle.
That's clever, Bill.
That's clever, Bill.
Clever Bill.
Aaron wants to know, did you go by a lake to fuck by a lake to celebrate? Jesus Christ. How was Richmond?
The head end? Oh, by the head end?
We'll get into all that. We don't have to get into that whole thing because I've been working. I've been working on a little something. If anybody fucks this up, I swear to God, I'll actually get pissed off.
What are you doing?
Because I've been actually working on something for the show. For this.
Bit?
Well, it's a joke. I've been working on a joke. And
You don't need to introduce it.
no, but it is. I mean, it's an obvious joke. There's no lead in. It's not a wind up. It's an actual joke, and I have to kind of get in the right headspace to memorize what's going on and shit. But because I've been working on it. You guys ready for it? Anybody derails this, I'm gonna get fucking pissed off.
You ready?
Keep some of those chips, Steve.
No. All right, here we go.
Ready.
Set. Clap set. So a possum goes into a bar, walks up to the bartender, and says, "I'd like a glass of your cheapest whiskey, please." Bartender was like, "I'm gonna need to see some ID." So the possum pulls out an ID and hands it to the bartender. And bartender was like, "Wait a minute, your name is Possum? And the possum's like, "No, actually, it's Opossum. I'm Irish." Right? It's like, come on. This is a fake ID. The possum's like, "All right, look. It is a fake ID. All right? But it's not because I'm too young. I'm not underage. I'm 2 years old. That's like 50 in fucking possum years, if anybody's doing the math out there." It's like, that's not why I have a fake ID. I had to fake my own death. It's like, why did you fake your own death? Like, well, because my life was so fucking shitty. I just had to burn it to the ground, start all the way over. It's like, what was so bad? I was in an abusive relationship. I was carrying 8 kids on my back 24/7. It was an absolute nightmare. The guy's like, "Well, look, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to serve you." He's like, "Look, you don't know what kind of trouble I went to through all this hell and back." And it's like, it's tough out here on the roads. Like, what are you doing, like, coming down here anyway? And he's like, "Look, man, I hope you just give me a break and serve me tonight. Make an exception. You know, I traveled 10 miles. I walked 10 miles just to come to this bar." The guy was like, "You walked 10 miles just to come to this bar? Why in the hell would you do that?" "Because I heard the food was trash." All right, let's get this bitch started up. What are you doing? Don't kill them. If we're going to be an OBS, you can't be killing stuff. All right. Well, that's wow. Wow. All right, let everybody know, Steve, since you're back in the house, what's been going on with you? What's the haps? Where you been? Hey, you've been doing stuff. What the fuck are you doing?
I've been busy, but I've also been just like, you know what? I'm just feeling my age. Weekends are really long. If I come over here,
long.
Get trashed.
You're up at 4 in the morning on a Tuesday.
sometimes.
What instrument do you play in this new band?
The Bad Company band? I'm a singer, but I
PCB?
play a little guitar. A little supporting guitar. But no, I've you know, multiple bands. Vagabond Saints had a big show a couple weeks ago. Redneck had a big show last weekend.
Yeah.
Which I hate not telling Zonkman. Apparently, Zonkman's dad's friend now lives in Walnut Cove and didn't know we were playing there. I bet.
He's fit to be tied.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been it's just been stuff that's been going on.
Sure.
Life got in the way.
IRL stuff.
You should start a band called Life in General.
Okay.
Well, alternative.
But I haven't played any golf since we last played. Feel bad about that.
We've played. I played on my vacation. I played 3 times on the vacation, and but yeah, it's fucking stupid. When it was 95 degrees, we were jumping all over ourselves to figure out a way to go play golf. Now that it's like 90, partly not 90, 80.
85.
It's like 80 degrees, partly cloudy.
Perfect.
It's like, nah, fuck it.
I thought you want to see going together today.
Yeah, that's again, I work for a living, Jay.
Oh.
At least as far as they know.
I was off today. I would have gone.
I thought today too.
Hats off to Larry.
Larry Bud Melvin?
Nope. Who sings that song?
That's off today.
Hats off to Larry.
What's that?
He broke her heart. It's like a doo-wop-y song.
Hats off to Roy Harper.
Somebody will know who. Old radios will know. Merv will know. Anyway. But yeah, we got a good show coming up. We got digs of the week. I got a little something. I did pick up some records today, but I'm going to save mine.
Okay.
Because who knows, I may be doing the next 9 shows in a row by myself, so I'm going to save mine. Because I figured
I'll be here next week.
Whatever.
Whatever. Down in a car wreck.
But you won't have any fucking records.
Oh, well. I'll be here to entertain.
Del Shannon, thank you, Merv. I knew he would. I fucking knew he would. What's going on, baby?
With an A?
But yeah, so I figured like I'd give you dig of the week tonight. Zongman's even got some stuff too, actually, and I've got some stuff. I got some compact discs that I just stumbled across from my mom cleaning up, and some stuff that used to be mine, and then I think one of them I don't think was mine technically. I think it was given to my dad or something, but I picked it up and I'm like, oh, I'll take that. Fuck. Anyway, we'll get to that. Plus we got some hot new chip action going on. We got some soda stuff that I don't even know what the fuck it is because Steve brought something. Yeah. Tearing apart a DV cam. Oh my God, Merv.
Merv? What's he going to do with it?
That's tough. That's tough. That'll set your weekend off right there.
TV cam though. Those take forever. Just saying.
See what happens when you're not here? I gotta put up with this fucking idiot like nonstop. It's like getting locked in a bathroom at the Special Olympics. That's what the show's like over there.
Did I ever tell you about that time that happened to me actually?
Getting locked at the bathroom in the Special Olympics?
Yeah, I thought myself.
Yeah, quote unquote by yourself. Because the other person was unconscious, you fucking rapist. You remember you passed out here one time doing that?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
More than once, actually. I didn't tell anybody. Well, I was sitting down the other times. I was on the.
There used to be a porta-john behind the pizza place where we all used to work in Savannah, and this guy went into the porta-john, used the porta-john, and Jack drove his car up and blocked the door.
Oh, he didn't tip it over though?
And then we just tipped it over.
Oh God.
That's a shitty thing to do.
It's everywhere. It's in my raccoon wounds. Hey, would you have me one of these, Jay? You can try one if you want. You're too much of a pussy, though. You won't try one. This may be my new favorite beer. I'm taking a little break.
I'm still buying at Walmart neighborhood store in Winston. I'm still buying 12 packs of Jade IPAs from Foothills for $9.50 a 12 pack.
These are pricey,
figure.
but
The 6-packs are $11.50. I mean,
so I'm trying to do less beer when I can.
yeah.
Actually, earlier tonight I was doing. You know I got a jug of that diet green tea. The Arizona diet green tea, which I love. I've been drinking that for years. So I got one of those like handles,
Yeah.
mixing that with vodka.
Really?
Pretty good.
Green tea and vodka?
Yeah. I just do one shot. You can't taste the vodka at all, unless you're a human. But anyway, but I try to. This was my second, sipping drink. We've had a couple of shots, surely, but yeah. Trying not to like pound beers for the old gut situation, but so I just buy a 12 pack, and I'm like, well, normally I'd get like an 18 or a case of Natural Light, and by Sunday it's gone. Even if I'm like, oh, I'm gonna drink mixed drinks, and then just when I start snacking and shit, I like to go to a beer, because liquor drinks and snacky stuff to me is just not the fucking move. I like a beer with a snacky. These guys here, this is Heineken Silver, so it's like their low carb beer. And it's, 90, 95 calories, 2.9 grams of carbs or whatever, but it tastes more like a beer. A little more. I mean, it's still, doesn't taste like that, but it's like, it's a good beer. DMT infused Sprite. Holy shit.
Better than DMV infused.
Now, I'd rather be drinking, Coors Banquet all night long, but, I just can't do that. What's up, Thump Finger? My man with the plan. So yeah, let me pull up that fucking rundown.
RD? Maybe RD?
Oh, wait a minute. We got breaking news coming out this evening. Do I have a graphic? I'm not going to look for it. Should I look for it? It'll take me so long to find the graphic. I'm not going to do it.
In the news.
No, literally dropped this afternoon. Mike Dean from Corrosion of Conformity is calling it quits, at least with COC. They got back together and shit, and then like Reed died, and he said, when they got back together, they were all kind of in the same place, and they were kind of making a run at it. And now, like, people are back to living like hundreds of miles apart, and like it's just not kind of the same thing. But he said in like the statement, like thinking about maybe like trying to start something else up in Raleigh, because Corrosion of Conformity is a Raleigh band originally. It was just an hour and a half down the road here. Mm-hmm. And
Where, Raleigh?
yeah, and he's
Not like an hour and 10 minutes.
depends on what part of Raleigh, Jay. Raleigh proper, downtown, you're talking hour 20 hours.
Carrio's about an hour and 10 minutes.
That's not Raleigh. Cary's not
NC
Raleigh.
State University's about an hour and 11.
Depends on what time of the day you go to.
That's a fair statement.
Yeah.
Might be an hour and a half.
Charlotte's a whole different story, though.
Bill, what's up, man? Your sound's off on Twitch? Holy shit. I hope it's okay for everybody else. But I'm glad you're joining us, Bill. Hope you're doing all right, man. But yeah, he said he was trying to get something back together. Wanted to start something else up in Raleigh. I'm like, I need to pick up the phone and call this motherfucker.
Do you have his number?
It's like, what if you just call him up and be like, let's jam. I'm an old motherfucker too. I'm not as old as he is,
Don't
probably.
say that. Don't call him old.
Older gentleman. There's nothing wrong with being an
Don't
older.
tell him he's old, though.
No. Hey, I'm old too.
Click.
Corrosion of its butthole.
Yeah.
You think you take
Audio's a little low. It's like this. I'm gonna cut the noise.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh. Hold up. I killed the noise gate. That should keep the mic up a little bit. Sure. All right. But yeah, let me see if there was I know I didn't have the actual statement there, but yeah, Mike Dean stepping down from COC. That's big news if you're a fan of if you're a metal fan or a COC fan or especially in North Carolina, man. That's fucking crazy. Corrosion of colon, yeah, that too. And once you're past 50, it's important to go get your colonoscopy. And I got a good guy. I met him on YouTube, who he sent me to his Discord and filled out an application over on Discord.
Yeah.
And we met down here at the Walmart. Real cheap colonoscopies.
He does plumbing as well.
Absolutely. It's side work, but it's a good living. Saw COC many times back in the day. Yeah, I've told this story a bazillion times, but the drummer, Reed Mullen, his sister taught science at my high school, J&I's high school, and Carl, and Cameraman. And when all the metalheads, the jean jacket, high top cons, thrasher, skater, wastoids that I hung out with in high school, they were all like, yeah, that's Reed Mullen from COC's sister. I was like, no way, what the fuck? She was like, she looked like somebody from Little House on the fucking Prairie.
Are you telling me she used to have sex with Reed Mullen?
Stop it. What's up, Wiz? Just in time for the colon talk segment. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to work on it. You got a Bic on you?
No.
Or opener? That'll explode. I've learned my lesson on that.
Steve doesn't smoke.
There's one in my bag.
Oh,
Oh
God.
Lord. I've got an opener.
That's what I'm.
Here.
Like handy?
Here,
Like,
use mine.
It's in my bag.
give me, or,
I got a bottle opener. You want a bottle opener?
yeah.
That's not my car.
Dude, throw me one out of the drawer or hit it off on the one that's mounted if you want.
There you go. That's a great idea.
We'll figure it out. Everybody calm the fuck down, will you? Jesus Christ. Also, not necessarily breaking news. Tito Jackson.
Did he die?
He died.
He did.
Dead at 70.
Wow. 70 years old. Huh?
What's your thoughts on Tito Jackson, Steve?
I've heard was a really nice guy.
Yeah, same.
Somebody I know met him. I don't remember who it was.
Which one was he?
He was the
He's the
black
one they
guy.
called Tito.
Was he like the lead one? Was he the lead?
The
Who's
lead-
Jermaine?
Michael?
No, I mean the other lead.
Michael
Jermaine
Pilmer.
was the other lead, right?
Michael Pilmer was the lead.
Jermaine was kind of on the outskirts.
Harry?
It's a sore subject, Jay.
Did you hear, by the way, did you hear the video of Michael Jackson's real voice this week?
Yeah.
Did you really?
I don't know if it's real. I mean, nothing's real. Because you saw it on Twitter. Nothing on Twitter is real.
Sure.
Literally nothing.
True.
Ate a bunch of Tito's pizza rolls in his honor. Jesus Christ. Vodka-soaked pizza rolls. Ooh, vodka and pizza rolls.
Tito's vodka and Tito's pizza roll.
Dude, we should have got a bottle of Tito's. And some pizza rolls and like chase the shot with a. Should we do a shot of Tito's in his honor? I mean, pop off. What did I say?
Tito's and pizza rolls.
Good job, Jay. Way to weigh
Get
in.
into the truth.
Way to weigh in.
Totino?
Wait a minute.
Totino?
Jay would make a great color man.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else happened? Oh, let's talk about. Did you see the video from the Jane's Addiction thing? Let's get into that.
Sure.
Did you see that video?
I seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's tough. What's your thoughts on that?
It wasn't tough. Nothing happened.
I mean, it was tough to watch. Is what I'm saying. Not like tough guys. I'm saying it was
tough to watch.
It was a tough watch.
Perry was always a little nuts.
Now here's my thoughts. I said this on maybe Sunday. I think it was Sunday or Wednesday when we talked about it. It's obvious that Perry's having some problems. A lot of people say he may have relapsed. His girl is saying he's not a drinker, like he's not really drinking.
Yeah, he's drinking wine like crazy on stage, is what everybody's saying.
They said that's a prop. They said the wine on stage is a prop, which I don't know if I buy that. That may be bullshit. It may be bullshit that he's not back on the fucking junk, whatever. But here's my thing. I hate that it happened like this, but Jane's Addiction and Perry Farrell. Perry Farrell has always been a lunatic. Always. And honestly, that was one of the elements to Jane's Addiction and Perry Farrell that was interesting. Because he was crazy. He was always muttering a bunch of fucking nonsense into a mic with a bunch of delay on it. And you're like, what the fuck is this guy? Like, this guy threw a Birkenstock. He doesn't even understand fashion. It was crazy. But that was kind of the allure. That was the draw for that. Remember those interviews, like when he started like Lollapalooza and shit? They were like fucking unhinged. So I said I would much rather a fucking dumpster fire of a reunion and stuff that reminds you what Jane's Addiction was really like, rather than a bunch of old guys that got their shit together. Everybody's up on stage drinking bottled water and fucking. I don't want to see that. I'm not interested in that. I'm sorry. I want to see the unhinged, crazy bullshit. Just like I want to see all the football players on steroids, fucking 6'9", 400-pound muscular guys can run a 40 in fucking 4.3. I want to see that on television. I want to see guys jacked out of their gourd hitting 70 home runs a year. You know why? It's entertaining. And if they realize, like, yeah, you're probably going to die when you're like fucking 46, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Sure. That's their business. Anyway, it's kind of how I liken the Jane's Addiction thing. I was just, I'm kind of glad it was, I hate it ended and like it's.
They play baseball, though.
They don't play baseball. Imagine a Jane's Addiction baseball
Dave
team.
Navarro said, I'm surprised I hadn't been hit.
That was a great comment. Yeah, and,
They canceled the tour.
They canceled the tour, and ironically enough, even after they canceled the tour, they dropped like a new song, like today or yesterday or some shit like that. I don't know. It's
I don't think the other three guys really like. Did you see the thing Dave Navarro put out, the post he put out, as opposed to the one that Perry Farrell side put out?
I don't know. I don't know if I saw that.
Dave put a post out because I think he's pretty like I don't know if he's sober.
He's sober,
but like he's like really playing like really wanting to play well.
Yeah.
And he put a post out like the other three I guess are sober. I guess kind of the way it sounded, and like where he just kind of messed it up for the rest of them basically. Like that was kind of the tone of the thing.
That's what was kind of tough to watch. It's like I would want it to be unhinged. I don't want it to end like that, where there's like bad blood and
Harry's
like
thing said mental health is what they do.
Yeah, that's a cop out nowadays. Anybody can say mental health, and that's a cop out.
It blows his brains out.
I mean, that's
Mental health will drive you mad.
That's his choice. But yeah, it was. Back in my day, 60-year-olds just played golf. It's true.
I think Dave should join.
J.D. Souther died a couple days ago. J.D. Souther.
Who's he with?
He helped write a bunch of Eagles hits and Linda Ronstadt, and he was with the Souther, Hillman, and 4A.
He run that auction house?
Come on, man.
Southerby's?
I think Best of My Love and New Kid in Town and maybe The Sad Cafe. I'm not sure.
We did have some. We had some bigger like tour announcements coming up for 2025 next year. Some big tours have already been announced. Metallica's one. Metallica, and they're going to be touring with Pantera and Suicidal Tendencies, which is the bigger. That's the show we're going to get in Charlotte, according to Aaron Griffin. Aaron sent me that message.
Did you see the other band that's on the bill too?
Limp Bizkit is another band, and Ice Nine Kills. They're going to be supporting on select dates. But
Corey
Ice
Feldman.
Nine Kills.
Corey Feldman.
I've never heard of
Corey
that, but I
Feldman, yeah.
love it. You know where that comes from, right?
what?
Somebody tell me.
No, I don't know.
Ice Nine.
Dune.
Nope.
No.
Tech Nine.
Kurt Vonnegut.
Oh. Slaughterhouse 5.
Nope. Cat's Cradle.
Carborough.
Great story.
But yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of interest in seeing Metallica live, honestly, but like, and, I mean, really, like Pantera, I don't either, like nowadays. But Suicidal live would be cool. I'm probably not. I'm not on board with that. Honestly,
go just because it's like a, never seen them.
Weird Al is touring in 25. There we go.
Who cares?
Gonna see how much tickets are if they're stupid high. Not. I mean, Pantera's not Pantera anymore. Suicidal would be cool. I don't know what their deal is. I don't know what their lineup is or how true to form they are. Metallica would be cool, and it would be that's kind of a, I don't want to say bucket list, but it'd be something to check the box on. But I don't know. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna do that. Another tour announcement: Deftones, which I'm a big Deftones fan from way back. They're going to be doing a tour in 25, which is cool. And I've seen. I was privileged to see them in a club back in like '97, and so I got to see like real Deftones. And so seeing them play like bigger shows and stuff, I'm probably not on board with that. But you know who they're touring with? Mars Volta.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you could see Deftones with Mars Volta and with the Vane FM side project Fleshwater. I don't know who the fuck that is. I'm gonna be honest with you. But Deftones and Mars Volta would be a fucking vibe. That would be fantastic. In theory,
I'm going to see Beat in a few weeks, October 1st in Charlotte.
Beat?
Yeah.
That's that.
Adrian Ballou and Steve
yeah.
Vai and whatnot doing the Discipline era King Crimson.
I think I've seen some good things about that on social media.
I was wanting to go see in Asheville in a couple weeks, maybe next week, is Gong is playing with David Cross, who's the original violinist for King Crimson.
Not the comedian.
No, the other David Cross. Okay. David Cross is doing a tribute to the early King Crimson, the early King Crimson. But I really want to see Gong, but we're spending so much money on fucking the house. I put a kibosh on that. Oh yeah, and I went to Richmond and saw King Gizzard a few weeks ago.
Yes, Scotty had asked how that was when we were doing the intro, but I was like, we'll get into it when we get into the show.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Hot.
Hot?
Steamy hot. So fucking hot.
Yeah.
At night, it was just
That's
unbearably hot.
That's the worst. Because if it's hot at night, that probably means it's really still.
Yeah.
Which is the worst.
Yeah.
It's a humid, just like standstill.
No wind.
That's the worst.
And it wasn't a good trip.
Oh, Trish says, welcome back, Steve. Hey, what's up, Trish? Bill says the audience videos of Beat on YouTube are awesome. Yeah, I've heard good things about that. King Gizzard has been streaming their live shows. Bill
Yes,
says.
all their shows are streamed on YouTube, I believe.
That's really cool. That's a great way. I want to. Do they not feel like that's taken away from any of their stuff, or
Probably not.
probably not? That's a weird. I mean, obviously that became popular during COVID. It was the only way you could see live shows and stuff. And it's interesting to see the bands that have adopted some form of that, or like at least considering that or incorporating that into like what they, their live show or touring schedule kind of thing. And I mean, maybe a band, instead of launching out on a big tour, if you're between albums, back in the day, you may release an EP between albums or do like a little small tour or something. Maybe you do like a small set of like live shows or something, like streamed live shows instead of that, so you can stay kind of back at your home base and work on new shit.
Stay relevant.
Yeah, and stay relevant and keep locked in without, because I'm sure if you're writing new shit, it's, for a lot of bands at least, it's probably tougher if you're out on the road like crazy. You know what I mean? It's going to be an OBS for later.
Is it?
Yeah. They've been giving away music for years and they're still selling out shows. Yeah, so I mean, for them it works. I mean, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't work for every band, but for them it definitely works. because plus they put out so many records. There's so many live shows. There's so many tours. There's so much King Gizzard content out there that I don't think they're not gonna be bothered by that.
Yeah, try to keep up, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that'll be interesting. Let's jump into let's see what. Check this out. I saw this was going to be coming out on November 8th. Talking Heads are going to reissue the debut album 77. You got it on vinyl? Got 77? No, you don't have it? I've got that one. I've had that one for a while. But it's also going to come with an unreleased live album from CBGB's plus 12 other rarities. So it's going to be pretty substantial. That sounds like some actual something. Today they've shared a rarity from the Rhino box set, Psycho Killer Acoustic, that came out, featuring Arthur Russell. It's going to be 4 LPs, as well as a live album, which is exclusive to the vinyl release. 2 unreleased tracks feature on the rarities disc. So it's going to be something worthwhile, especially if you're a guy that maybe doesn't even have the album to begin with. It's a great place to kind of come in. Although with 4 LPs, it's probably going to come with a price tag, obviously.
Yeah.
But it could be worth it. It could be worth, especially if you. I mean, it ranks up there. I mean, it might be my favorite Talking Heads. That'd be tough. It's tough to say, but it's up there. It's up there for Talking Heads for sure.
I like Remaining Light.
Yeah.
The ones that Adrian played on.
Yeah. I like a lot of those. I mean, I like them all for the most part, but I guess I'll probably feel different ones at different times. The first one's got more of that OG new wave, still rough around the edges. It's got kind of a
songs
punk
about
rock
buildings and food, I think. So.
Yeah. Then it gets more polished and 80s like production sound.
Well, they brought in like Adrian, and they brought in. Did Eno produce their stuff? I forget.
Maybe somebody's gonna be lighting this up. That's not the case.
Call me to task on that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely one I reach for. Probably more. Yes, Eno did. Bill says.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sigh of relief. So some of the stuff that came out today.
Ear, but it actually healed right back.
Shot to the ear, and you're too late. Where's my cursor? I am Cursor. We should do a shot of vodka.
I haven't had any liquor.
Oh,
I'm very sober right now.
Steve. No, you're not. There ain't no fucking
I'm an adult.
way. There ain't no fucking
I'm
way.
adulting today.
Oh, come on. There is no way you're sober.
Hey, I got an old Anchor's scrapbook out in the car.
Is that right?
We can show off some stuff he doesn't want anybody to see.
Hell yeah.
No, we ain't gonna do that.
Hell yeah. Brought in Bernie Worrell. Holy shit. Eno brought in Bernie Worrell? Wow. Interesting. Yeah, let's do it.
Do y'all feel like, because I've heard this so many times, that Stop Making Sense is like the greatest live performance film of all time?
Concert film?
Yeah. Do you agree? I don't know that I agree with that.
No, I mean, not for me. It's great. It's great. For me, I don't know. I'm more nostalgic for other things. I'm more nostalgic and probably even like in the grander scope of things, like know that Song Remains the Same.
I mean, maybe you're not a fan of the band and Dylan and all that, but I think The Last Waltz is pretty
Yeah,
goddamn, good.
Last Waltz was great. Even though
and that's Scorsese, but
yeah, I don't care if I ever really watch that again. Maybe
Jonathan Demme directed Stop Making Sense.
I don't know what mine would be, honestly. What else is there? What's the big heavy hitters?
Baby snakes. with the
Baby
with
snakes
the claymation makes that movie.
Oh yeah. What's up, Dan? Live Rust Never Sleeps. Woodstock film. Yeah, would that count as a concert film?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Some is the same. I mean, the audio's not great, but there's some great shit on there.
That's the first time when I realized, like, oh, Jimmy Page is a sloppy fucking guitar player.
Hell yeah.
I just heard the albums and shit before that, and I watched that on VH1 when I was in like high school or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. Then it goes to a solo, and he nails every single fucking note, but the verses sound like drunk guy on the floor flailing around. And then just really nails it. Perfect. I always thought that was hilarious. And also comforting. As a high school guitar player, they're like, oh, you know, even Jimmy Page was like sloppy when he's playing live. Sure. Gave me a little like, all right, just go up and have some fun, you know? Speaking of having fun, one of my favorite, I've always said this, if I'm bringing people over for what we call it a cookout here. Some of you Yankee people and people out west, you may call it
barbecue.
You may call it a barbecue, but down here, barbecue means
Barbecue.
pork, smoked pork. So we call it a cookout. But if I bring people over and say there's like people with their wives and like, you know, it's like, and maybe even kids or like whatever, just to, you know, you're not necessarily going to throw on Slayer for shit like that. But also make it nice and vibey. I always said Brant Bjork is the perfect stoner desert rock legend. But the stuff he does like solo is so like low key and vibey, but still has that same kind of like groovy riffs to it. Brand new album from the Brant Bjork Trio dropped today called Once Upon a Time in the Desert. And this has a friend of mine, link back up with a friend of mine, Mario Lally from Fatso Jetson, Yawning Man, jumps on this. And yeah, I say he's a friend of mine. He's the one I bought those Fatso Jetson tapes, and I didn't receive them, and so I sent a message to Bandcamp, and I was like, "Hey, I've not seen these or whatever." And then I got an email from he's like, "Oh, sorry, man, I'm getting these in the mail tomorrow. I've been out on tour." Mario Lally, and I was like, "What?" I mean, like, Godfather of the Palm Desert scene, 100%. And then when he sent it, like I've still got the envelope because it's got his address. I've got his address, his phone number, and his email address.
Call him up.
Really blew me away. That made me feel like a fucking like teenager, and like Ric Flair says, "Hey, what's up, kid?" or something. Like it felt like that. Like just, you know. But anyway, yeah, Sexy Ass Cactus. Yeah, I jammed a good bit of this today, and it's true to form. If you dig any of that previous Brant Bjork stuff that he's done, it's right on par with that kind of stuff. Just kind of the lower key edge of the desert rock scene. And again, you could put it on at a barbecue, and like, you know, you would enjoy it because you know what it is, but like, it's not gonna run the women off. There's no fucking crazy heavy riffs and like caterwauling and screaming and hollering and shit like that. It's just a fucking great. It's great. It's a great vibe. And it's for the first time in a long time. This is on his own label. Newly relaunched Duna Records label. So this is Brant's own imprint of Duna. It's not even imprint. It's Duna Records. Duna. Check it out. Books.
Do not pass on it.
This, obviously, the cover is what just fucking raked me over the coals on this one. Speaking of kind of stoner doom stuff, a band called Dust Lord. Teeth Cutter is the name of this. It's on Horton Records, Horton Records is a new one for me. But again, obviously the cover kind of launched me in. Then I read the description. This is the description here. Teeth Cutter, the new album from Tulsa, Volume Kings. They call them Volume Kings. I guess these guys are fucking incredibly loud. Nasty fusion of sludge, crust, stoner, and doom laden with harmonies. And I'm like, oh, fucking sign me up. That sounds like a fucking winner. And I will say, the riffs are absolutely fantastic. They're tuned down and sludgy and doomy, and then they hit some nice guitar harmonies in there at times that I really, really appreciated. But I have to say, for me, I'm out, dog, because the vocals are a little too aggressive for my liking. It's more of that kind of crusty kind of vocals. Pretty aggressive stuff. So while it's one of those bands like back in the day when I was really getting into this genre, an album would start and you may have 4 or 5 minutes at the beginning with the best riff you've ever heard in your life. And then all of a sudden a guy comes in and goes, and I'm like, what are you doing? What the fuck? Just keep playing the riff, dude. But anyway, if you like more of the aggressive side of that sludgy stoner kind of vibe, check out Dust Lord Teeth Cutter. Came out today, Horton Records. Horton Here's a Hoe. I used to say that when Charles would come in.
Well, I drew a little cover somewhere. I still got it. Horton Here's a Hoe.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He didn't like that.
No, it was pretty offensive.
Yeah, and when he would come in, I was like, "What's up, Charles? Horton Here's a Hoe," and he'd be like, He was a man of God. He didn't care for that. This kind of blew me away today. There are 2 records that came a favorite of mine, the band Rival Schools. Been a big fan of Rival Schools. Their first record, actually bought the reissue, came out last year, United by Fate. Something that actually Jay Ovitori, the drummer from the 5Ls, turned me on to. And I've been a big fan since pretty much since it came out, maybe a couple of years afterwards. But the second record right here called Petals, never really listened to this much. It's their second record, but 2011. There's a huge gap. The first one's like 99 or 2000 or something like that. So a long gap. Available for the first time on vinyl, this one is here. Not only that, this is what originally drew me in. That I didn't realize this was like the second one was sitting right beside it. Is this one? I saw Rival Schools on the cover because the other one doesn't have Rival Schools on the front. You know, Rival Schools Found. What this is a bunch of rarities and shit. Rarities, demos, and alternate takes. Anything that came out, 2001 was the debut, I just see here. Initially released over 10 years ago, they teamed up with Run for Cover Records to do this limited release of this thing. 11 songs that show the range of sounds the band tinkered with for 10 years between the albums. So it's a lot of stuff that didn't make it. Well, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But if those that don't know, Rival Schools is the project of the dude from Youth of Today, Gorilla Biscuits, and Quicksand. Plus, there's a dude from Civ and Glassjaw. It's kind of it's a super group. It's like a post-punk kind of super group that I've always really dug. So there's 2 new pieces of wax out that you can pick up from Rival Schools. I'm going to be checking that out. If it's not too tough to get. The other one was like, I think I got it on Amazon. Like it was like, like a nice price kind of thing. But anyway, good stuff. And I'll do. They're fucking fantastic. The last thing I found, I thought this had already come out, but actually it dropped today. I think it's the 9th solo record from Thurston Moore from Sonic Youth, and this has the title, Flow Critical Lucidity. Comes from a lyric in the single Sans Lamentes, featuring the vocals by, I'm not going to try to pronounce her name, one of the chicks from Stereolab.
Oh.
So, man, Thurston Moore plus Stereolab, sure. And I listened to a good bit of this today. I really enjoyed it. There are times it definitely sounds like Sonic Youth, but there's other times it officially does not. And I can't believe that's 9 records he's released solo. That's pretty crazy. I remember him doing, he ended up doing like some black metal or some shit, which really surprised me. Because guys that are into like punk and like post-punk and noise rock and stuff like that, which of course he's known for, the jump to black metal does not sound like that's a jump that a lot of people from that genre make. But yeah, he was really into it and released a bunch of different stuff, but brand new one today. Checked it out. Cool cover here. And yeah, it's worth at least streaming and checking out and seeing what you think, man. I was impressed by it. It was an interesting listen. For the little bit I listened to, it was good. Totally good. Totally good. Best I had in a while. We're gonna get into what we played here. Yeah, give it a streamy. Give it an old streamy.
You can tune a guitar,
but you can't tune a fish. Let's grab some liquor. Jay.
Is Jay here?
I think they're in there fucking.
Okay.
Jay took off. It's like it's 4 years ago all over again.
Is cobbler still in the freezer?
Yeah. No, that's officially the last piece of Finn's butter.
Ah.
So I'm saving it for Abigail. She knows it's in there. That's the last piece of Finn's dirty work in there.
You got a shot glass in there?
Sure. I've got one in here and I got one in there. I keep 2 shot glasses active at all times. It's a life choice that I've made. Sometimes you just gotta, you make your bed and you gotta lay in it.
That's
Don't drink the Yingling either. That's a true story too. The Yingling in there.
What?
The Yingling in the refrigerator.
What about it?
That's Bo's last beer.
Oh. God, he's collecting dead people's...
Yeah. And I got my dead daddy's hat on. You want ones on, man, or you good?
I'm good.
Tank! Oh, full to the rim.
Fucking A. What do you think I am? One of those other channels that pours half shots?
Ah, see, my breath stinks too, just like yours.
No. Joke's on you.
Here's to all the girls I love.
And Bullworth, the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the ticket. That's that fucking ticket. All right. I have you know, Steve, since you mentioned it, I've not faltered once yet. To your wife's suggestion, Zonkman can corroborate.
Playing jazz?
Always start the program with a jazz record.
Okay.
You can tell her.
All
Since
right.
you said that, that's what I've done.
Okay.
If not one record, the very first record, jazz record.
Sure.
This is a hell of a jazz record, let me tell you. Courtesy of our pal Nate Bouchard.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh boy. The Avant-Garde, John Coltrane and Don Cherry. Holy fucking shit, is this a monster record. I don't know when this is, it's obviously a reissue. It's on some nice cherry red vinyl. But what an absolute slayer of a jazz record this is. And I can't remember last time I picked this up. I think about it often. It's so good. It's so good. It's one of those I'm worried I don't play it enough. I'm sorry, I'm worried I play it too much, and then I realize, like, wait, because I'm doing that, I've not played it in a while, so it was time to reach back for it. Who's the list of players? Does it say the list of players on the back?
Probably.
Obviously Coltrane and Cherry, but I'm trying to think of who else is on that.
You know who wrote most of these songs?
Ornette Coleman.
Yep.
Yeah. He
Yeah. Avant-garde.
I think he's on there.
Oh, is he? Is he a player? Let's see.
There's a story about why those are Ornette Coleman shits.
There's too many paragraphs.
But is anybody impressed that I knew that? Is Fred McGriff on that one? Yeah, he's wearing a hat that just says nothing on it.
No.
All right.
There's no
what?
Ornette
All right.
on here. Okay.
All right. Well, dead air. Dead air. Second record I pulled out. Another one I've not pulled this one out in a good fucking long while. And something popped up today. What was it? Oh, I know. Somebody over on the Twitters. If you're not following Grown Man Record Night on Twitter, that's my social media of choice nowadays, honestly. Even though it's rotting my fucking brain. Holy fucking shit. The amount of creepy misinformation on Twitter is staggering. It is insane. It is like a Russian bot farm over there. Anyway, somebody played the clip from Live at Pompeii. It's I think it may be like the second part of Echoes. Yep.
The dolly shot behind the speakers. I think the Beastie Boys ripped that off.
They did. But I saw that, and then David Gilmour had a brand new album that dropped today.
Yeah.
Have you listened to it?
I heard it in Underdog.
Me too. Dude, it was still playing when I got in there. That's how close we were
I
together.
know his wife wrote a lot of it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, but the guitar playing is still fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Still great.
Yeah.
But anyway, that made me think, like, man, when's the last time I pulled this bitch out? Relics, which is all I have of that early shit. Although Jay said he has Adam Hart Mother, and he's like, I'll trade you something for it, for like just on the down. Because I don't have that.
Really? I got them all.
But we played side A of this. This is one of my favorite sides of Floyd.
I don't have that though.
Arnold Lane, Interstellar Overdrive, See Emily Play, Remember a Day, and Paintbox is side A of this. And that's what we played. Like killer shit. And somebody was remarking that it's like, dude, you only paid $10 for the hat. It's like, yeah, it was. That was at Pat's. The guy that had. I'm sure it's probably a reissue.
Yeah, it's on the Capitol label. That's funny. Harvest Records. Capitol reissue. But still, it's nice. It's good.
Oh, it's super clean copy. And, Pat was the guy that owned. It was mostly like an oldie shop, so he was big into super big into Beatles and like Buddy Holly and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
He's the guy that had the booth in his store of from the restaurant of where Buddy Holly and Big Bopper and Richie Valens died.
And he had Bunny Carlos's golf bag.
He was a weird cat. Really weird cat.
Trick.
I loved him. I mean, I loved him for being a weird cat. You know, that's.
And he always showed us pictures of him. He would go to like record shows and meet up with like Denny Lane and get pictures, and it's always the same look on Pat's face.
It's like cool rock and roll guy with a guy next to him with his arm around him going.
In the same pose.
Looks like a mugshot.
He's dead now.
Pat?
Yeah.
He's not dead.
Yeah, he is.
What?
Yes.
What did he die from? Indonesia?
I don't know. He died of cancer, maybe, or something. I don't know.
I think you're spinning yards.
He had moved all his records to like his mom's basement or something. Then there was a
There
fire.
was a fire. I remember that.
But then I think he died.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's no longer with us.
Well, ripperoni. Jesus
We
Christ.
should do a shot.
We should do a shot for Fred. Not him too.
PH.
PH.
Woo!
On a lane. That was about wearing Warman's underwear, wasn't it?
On a lane had a strange hobby. Yes, collecting clothes. Yes.
More toppy. Actually, those. Would you consider that a concert film?
What?
Live at Pompeii.
No.
No, because it's not. I mean,
No.
no,
No. They probably could shoot it.
because I probably like that better than anything we've talked about.
Okay.
Honestly, that's a big one for me.
Oh, I love it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Now, here's do you like the original, or do you like that director's cut that came out with those weird, like, 80s animations? And shit
No, I
in
like
there?
the original.
You like the original?
Yeah.
I think I saw the one with the animations first, actually. But yeah, I think, like, look, I mean, in all, I think the original is probably the best. But, you know, I do like seeing the fucking... It's like watching the Beyond the Mind's Eye VHSs nowadays. And I remember back in the day, dude, you eat a couple of caps and stems and watch Beyond the Mind's Eye. You're like, what the fuck is happening right now? And nowadays we watch it and you're like, oh, this is so silly. Which is, you know, what you can say about most of my life. The director's cut licked sack. Yeah, a lot of people were really pissed off about that. I forgot the name of this record here. I know the band, but I don't see the name of the record. I knew it was something. Yeah, this is good lord, Devil's Witches. It's a British stoner doom. These guys are fantastic. And Velvet Ecstasy, which I have courtesy of the legendary Nebulous Prowler. One of my favorite bands of the genre, one of my favorite albums of the genre. Such a great album, and that was like number one on my want list for a long time. This is a newer record from Devil's Witches, came out a few years ago. Here's the title. Devil's Witches, in all forms, maiden, mistress, mother, matriarch. That's why I didn't remember the name of the fucking record. Like, oh, you love it so much, but you don't know the name of the fucking record? That's why. This is cut on 45. And, yeah. Is it black vinyl? No, it's like a, what is that? I don't know what you call that, but it's got a little swirly guy in there.
Whatever it is, it's got to start with an M.
Sure. Mustard.
Mud. Melon.
No, I do have a mustard. I would call my incesticide. No, it's not mustard. It's the color of the cover, whatever that is. I do love when color variants match something going on with the cover. So if it's like, you know, the vinyl should be like this color, but that's like a complementary color to that, you know.
It matches the pole.
Yeah, of that green and browns, the earth tones and shit like that. But if this was like a candy red record, that'd be stupid.
Sure.
Which they do. People do that. I don't care for it. I want it to be somewhat congruent. I'm all about congruency.
Robin Williams.
Mr. Fred cashing some banana bucks to hear side 2, Masters of Reality. I don't have the cleanest copy in the fucking world, but this is something I've talked about on the show before, but like I got this at early on at Underdog Records. Actually, after they moved, so it wasn't that early, but like, and I was missing, for what I was really into at the time, I was missing Volume 4 and Masters of Reality. And for whatever reason, I just didn't want I didn't want to go online. I didn't want to. Those Rhino reissues were out. People were like, "Oh, yeah, they're pretty good."
That's not on Vertigo, is it?
No, I think this is the first U.S. like the green Warner.
Warner Brothers.
Yeah. But I could have went online. I could have picked up a similar copy of this. There were those NIMS copies around that are like pretty cheap. Oh, obviously the Vertigo's unattainable kind of shit. Or those Rhino reissues. Could have did that as well. For some reason, especially at the time, I wanted to find those in a record store. Okay. I had it in my head. I didn't want to buy reissues. I didn't want to go seek it out. I wanted to wait, and it literally took 4 years. Honestly. Which is kind of crazy to think about now, because you run across stuff like this now, it'll have a price tag on it. But like, it took me 4 years, and I went up to Underdog Records, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and he had both of them. And I think one was 8 and one was 10 or something like that. So I checked both of those off the list all at one time. But I literally waited like 4 years.
You think you'll ever upgrade it with a cleaner copy?
I mean, maybe. I'm okay with this. It's not bad at all. The slower parts. I mean, you guys can. I think when it first started, you could hear some sound like sizzling on that fucking griddle. But when the heavy riffs come in, you can't hear that. And even at the end, when it got kind of slow. What sounded like Planet Caravan Part 2. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. But yeah, that's just one of those. I just didn't want to seek it out. I wanted it to find me. So when it was my copy, it was fucking my copy. It was kind of made to be kind of thing, meant to be. MTB. Cheers.
What are we doing the show for?
Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior. Let's start a Christian band. Let's start a Christian band.
Okay.
I bet we can make a lot of money.
It's about time I made money with something. I'll pretend.
Oh yeah, let's just put
on big old act.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do it like evangelist style.
Oh yeah.
Like tent revival. That'd be fun.
Like I'm a worship leader.
That would be fun. Oh, I could do. Give me a microphone. I'll sell you the fucking Brooklyn Bridge. You get enough.
You do the talking, I'll do the singing.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a team here. Let's make some money.
You know, we've had a lot of fun here tonight, but let me ask you a question. When this concert's over, do you know where you're going? And I don't mean home, folks. I don't mean down to the Wendy's drive-thru. I mean for eternity. Where are you going to end up? Where are you going to spend your time?
Brothers and sisters, won't you gather round and hear what I would say? The devil has lost his power on me, and I found my way.
What is this, a black
I
church?
slipped and fell, I was headed for hell, but the good Lord saw my plight. He reached out and rescued me, now I see the light.
I was going to just do Bringing in the Sheep.
Come on, baby. I'll do some Dallas Holmes if you want me to.
Have the farting preacher be the MC. Robert Tilton. Speaking of farting preachers, we call that a segue in the business. Courtesy of our pal Aaron Griffin, old AG, sent this into the program. Shotgun. I don't know fuck all about these guys. Shotgun. I can tell you it's ABC Records.
Okay.
You can probably see a year on that, or I can put my readers on, whatever's quicker. I'm gonna say 75. I'm guessing. I think it's on the actual record label if it's not on the. I don't know where they're from.
77.
70. That's the year I was born. Let's go. Great funk record. To be 77, there's not a cunt hair's worth of disco on this record, in my opinion. And if you're a funk band in 77, I mean, there's gonna be some disco elements on your record. Let's be honest. Even the best funk bands have a little bit of disco on there. And maybe there is on here and I just didn't really realize it or think about it. But I didn't detect any bit of disco on this record at all. Quality business. I think Aaron said he picked this up from a Goodwill. That's one of those quality Goodwill scores.
Okay.
And I still don't know nothing about him. I should look him up. I should befriend him. Just like Dean Dwiggins of Pinehurst. He's a professional putter, or he was. Dean Dwiggins.
Is he on the
He went to West Forsyth.
putt tour?
He is, or he used to be. He's in the Hall of Fame. I'm assuming Dean Dwiggins is in the Hall of Fame. You guys can fact check me if you want. That's what I'm thinking. Here's a J record, and I think we're giving him a little bit of shit, but like, because everybody knew it was a J record and shit. I like this record a lot, actually. And it is a J record, but Dress to Kill is a fantastic record, man. Like, and it's got, and Jay's like big about don't play the side that's got Rock and Roll All Night on it and shit. I mean, which sure, I don't give a fuck if I ever hear that song as long as I live, ever. Because when that song plays, I can just in my head see Gene Simmons doing that thing he does, the rooster thing he does with his neck. It drives me crazy. But anyway, when I hear that song, that's all I think about. So I don't care if I ever hear that ever. But the rest of this album is really good, and I'm a very, very, very late Kiss convert. I used to shit on Kiss as hard as I did Bob Seger, and that's a hard shit. But I like them now, and I understand, like, it's good fun time, Friday night having some drinks, music, and it fits in. It really does. Kiss kind of fits into the vibe here. Whether a lot of people want to admit it or like it or give a fuck or not, I think Kiss does kind of fit into what we're doing here. And this Dress to Kill, which is one I've only heard Jay copy when he brings it over.
Where's that fall in the discography? Is that their
second record?
album?
I believe that's the second record.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Aaron said that Shotgun did come from Goodwill, 79 cents. That's crazy.
Nice.
Those are the best. That makes records sound even better. We not only stand by our products, Steve, we stand on them. With best windows, siding, and doors. Sorry, I'm reciting local commercials because I can't help it. You been to this place, Steve? Peach Cobbler Factory?
Fuck
Have you
no.
seen this commercial?
Where's that at?
It's local shit.
Peach
It's a
Cobbler.
place that's all about, there's 3 locations.
Haynesville Boulevard.
Do you guys have a place called Peach Cobbler? The Peach Cobbler Factory. There's a commercial on right now.
On Haynesville Boulevard? That's near my house.
Everything's like, it's peach cobbler ice cream and donuts and fucking cakes and...
You got edibles?
Sure. We can talk after this. No, it's like, I don't know, 620 milligrams. Yeah, moving right along. God almighty Lord. And this is a Zonkman Diggerini from a couple of months ago. Is that fair?
Yeah, June.
June? Sure. Never heard this record, but boy, was I familiar with this band for one song. And it gave me a great idea for a VC video, which I've not done in a couple of years. I've got 2 good ideas for a VC video. This one sparked one tonight. Cycle Sluts from Hell. And I know these guys for one reason and one reason only. They were on Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, they were?
With the song, I Wish You Were a Beer. Do you remember that?
No.
I wish you were a beer.
Is this a girl band?
Yeah. And they're wearing like fucking leather bikinis and shit. They're fucking raunchy. But it's a good, what did you say? It was like 91?
Yeah.
91.
Butts on the back.
So it's like, it's not, it's kind of, it's at the end of like hair metal shit going into like, but it's like, it seems to be harder. Sleaze metal. That's a, yeah.
Does that say $50?
That's the thing, man.
What?
This was, Zonk, man, this paid a little price on it.
What the fuck?
I mean, 90s records, 90s records.
Dude.
90s records are tough, you know. It's tough to
Less
come
will
by.
cost you.
But
I know. I saw the butts. It's not a good-looking butt either. It's like,
It's dude's butts. It's
no, dude, really?
all right.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It's a bunch of dudes later.
Go ahead.
Dude's like,
Go ahead, Mark Robinson. Steve's Mark Robinson. Steve's Mark Robinson. He likes dudes' butts.
That's funny.
I like tits as long as there's a dick attached to them.
What?
Harley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so my idea was, I'm not going to say the other idea. I'll keep something.
Mi
myself.
idea es...
Bands that I've discovered because they were on Beavis and Butthead.
Okay.
Cycle Sluts from Hell. Current mention. The elephant in the room. No pun intended. Actually, I'm kind of being punny. Grim Reaper. Crowbar. Both fat fucks. Who else? Maybe Flamin' Lips.
What about Journey?
Oh, Beavis and Butthead?
Didn't it, when they played the...
I mean, I knew Journey already. Though.
Yeah, you probably did.
Definitely Crowbar. Definitely Grim Reaper. Scotty will be able to tell me again because I always forget. Detachable Penis, which I don't own on any kind of media, so it wouldn't really count. It's stuff I own. I own Crowbar. I own Grim Reaper. Zonkman's got Cycle Slut from Hell, but I want to get a cassette. I wonder how much the cassettes are. He said the CDs are not too bad, but I'd really like a cassette of
So
that.
this is yours?
King Missile.
Oh, you didn't give it to him.
No, Jesus Christ.
That was like, you gave him a $50 record.
Here's another one that people don't believe, but Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray, before they became I Just Want to Fly Sugar Ray, they were a pretty decent band. They played a video on Beavis and Butthead called Mean Machine.
Okay.
That was pretty, it's a rockin' ass fucking song. That album before they got discovered, you know, is actually not bad.
Me and my son used to sing I Just Want to Fart.
Oh, yeah.
Pull my finger, won't you please? Pull my finger.
I am the elephant in the room.
I just want to fart.
Ween? You discovered Ween? Yeah, Ween's on there. That was probably the first time I saw Ween, but I don't think I liked him from that. It was much later when I really... I mean, I was okay with the Chocolate and Cheese album, like in the late 90s probably, but I really didn't get on board till much later with Ween. Mark McGrath played a party I shot a few years ago. Oh, that's funny as hell. Hell yeah. Yeah, but that early, I'm telling you, that early Sugar Ray's not bad. But I think Vaseline from Flamin' Lips, I think the first time I saw that was on Beavis and Butthead. And I thought, when you said, oh, you like Flamin' Lips, that's the only thing, that was the only reference point.
Here's the complete featured song list of Beavis and Butthead.
Really? Holy shit.
I'll send it to you.
You know what I really want to find?
Milli Vanilli.
Plant Man. Plant Man. Plant Man goes where the plants will grow. Plant Man. Remember that video? Mm-mm. The dude's wearing the suit made of grass and his drums have grass around him. Plant Man. Oh, we're getting Get Off Your Phone, Steve graphics.
Okay.
But he found the Beavis and Butthead complete.
It's a classic
Yeah.
throwback graphic.
There's a shit ton on here.
Oh, yeah, I bet there's a bunch.
Megadeth.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of somebody else.
Jackal.
Jackal, yeah, sure.
David Lee Roth.
I just made a commercial for Jackal, and
Guar.
they never end up paying their bills.
Suicidal Tendencies.
I saw them before. Speaking of Scotty. Speaking of Ween, this is the Moist Boys 3, which I almost said which Scotty Boy sent us. From now on,
Scotty Boy.
you're Scotty Boy. The universe has spoken. But this is Dean Ween,
I
aka Mickey
do
Moist.
blame Scotty for me losing a good friend of mine.
To heroin? But no, this is a punk record from
Are you gonna tell us?
which
He
features
should have gone to that concert with me.
Dean Ween. Oh, that's what. This is so fucking good, and it really of all the records tonight, this one and the Cycle Sluts from Hell, those two hit probably the hardest, I think, in my opinion. Oh, that and the first one, Avant Garde, the jazz record. Yeah, those three. If I had to do like a 1, 2, 3 tonight, those would be the ones. And speaking of Ween, and speaking of Scotty, Scotty Boy. Speaking of Ween, and speaking of Scotty Boy, another one he sent to the program, the Wayne's 12 Golden Country Greats. We played side B tonight, or 2. Are you a B or 2 guy, Steve? Do you say side
I'm a 2 guy.
I'm a 2 guy. I think side B sounds a little awkward. It's a little off-putting.
Well, it gets weird when you start getting inside C and D.
You do 3 or 4?
Yeah.
It's like you're grading the record.
Huh.
Oh, it's not as good if you're on the
What do you guys like? Are you guys like A and B? Or you guys like?
Or you just go with what they have given you.
What they have given you.
Yeah. Or you accept
Russian
what they,
bots.
You accept what they give you.
Russian bots.
You demitard.
But no, this is demitard. Here's a fantastic story about this record. I was telling Zonkman earlier. So when me and the kid went down for Welcome to Rockville festival in Daytona Beach, right? We were staying about.
Scotty, a former friend.
We were about 20-30 minutes away from the venue. We stayed in this hotel in a town like over, because the hotels were like crazy expensive, like in the town and whatever. Anyway, so we're rolling up, and like every day, like halfway through, we would like stop and get lunch at some cool and the kids she's like, nah, we're not going to Wendy's or no dumb shit. Like she found like some local sandwich shop. You got to go in here and get the fucking Willy beef sandwich or whatever the fuck. I had my first what's it called, the Taylor ham or the pork roll, that Jersey breakfast sandwich. There was a Jersey, like real Jersey place that had that. It was just fantastic. But anyway, so when we're on the way up, I gave the kid hook your phone up, play whatever your Spotify shit or whatever. So it's playing it's got some modern hip hop and some good hip hop that's like not on the fucking radio and which I love because I'm still digging. I'm always looking. I'm always listening, trying to find new different stuff. Even though if seems like it should be out of my wheelhouse. It's like keep your fucking ears open, see what's going on. Keep your finger on the pulse of what's going on in music, even if you don't like it. But anyway, so there was some of that. There was some rock and roll stuff, some kind of weirdo, Tame Impala, like that kind of stuff. But then there was a song from this album that popped up, and I was like, oh shit, man! I was like, you like Ween? And she's like, yeah. She's like, you ever heard this record? I was like, I've got this record on vinyl, and she goes, of course you do. I saw this little graphic on the fucking, in the rental car. I saw the Ween country thing up there, and I was like, well, wait a minute. You know this? You like this? It was fucking awesome, man. It was really fucking awesome. Yep, that's what we played. Boom. Set hut. 52's the mic. 52's the mic. Oh, I should probably launch some marbles. You guys want to play some marbles? Marbles? Marbles. It's got a little update. Sure. Oh, yeah, play it. Fuck. Downloading content. Oh, boy. All right. All right, it's moving fast. It's moving fast. Nobody worry about it. Everybody relax. Window capture, game capture, boom. Yeah, you guys just stretch out for some marbles. After we load this, I may pee. So I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna give you a 2-3 minute head start to come up with a story, Steve.
Oh God.
You know, I've been here in a while. Everybody wants to hear a Steve story.
You want to hear why I'm pissed off at Scotty stripped down?
Yeah, tell that story.
Yeah.
Tronic Scent, what's up, Wayne?
I need a beer.
All right, I'll let you get your beer going. Boom, come on. Steve's drinking IPAs because he's got a beard.
No, because they're $9.50 a 12-pack.
Yeah.
And there's 7.4 alcohol content.
Yeah, they are.
Jade.
And they're jade because of stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. But like things are like blurry and shit. Sure. We're getting into marbles. Everybody get limbered up. Fuck, where's my cursor? Where's my cursor? I am cursor. I'm gonna hit random, play. Once this loads, folks, exclamation point play in the chat. Exclamation point play in the chat, please.
Exclamation point play.
I don't know how good I'm going to do at marbles.
We have no, it's the first, no, T-Watt 67 owns the track record for us.
Twat?
Okay, I wasn't going to say it that way. I got to pee, though. What's up, Vag Poop? Eric Bauer? Yeah, everybody will be on the sidelines till that marbles pops up. Next thing you know.
Play. Exclamation point play.
Next thing you know, you got everybody and their brother in here, Steve.
Chat.
What's up, Chad?
Where'd the chat go?
Chad? Tell them the story, Steve.
All right, so I asked Scotty to go to Richmond with me to see King Gizzard. I had 2 tickets, and he turned me down. So I took my friend Becca, who also sings in Uncle Watson's Widow with me. And the problem is, it's in Richmond. There was a concert, and mushroom tea. So I ain't driving back. So got a hotel room, but once the wife found out, got 2 hotel rooms. And that's cool. That's totally cool. I mean, that wasn't my plan. My plan was to take a good friend of mine who I thought would enjoy this really cool psychedelic band more than anybody else that I know in this area. And that was the intention. So we get there, and it poured down rain as soon as we got there. So what that meant was, but it stopped. But what that meant was all the water was like in the ground, and the Brown's Island is in the water already. So there's all this water and all this heat. It was like 94 degrees at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. And
it was like the Moist Boys.
Yeah, and so we get out there, and she decides she wants a cigarette, but she had to take her purse back to the car. So she had to go back to the car. And I was like, look, they're not going to let you back on the island. And sure enough, she couldn't come back on the island. Which you could stand outside the island and listen to the show, but that's not what this is all about. So after the show, we go to a bar, and we had a good time. We were having a couple drinks. And at some point, I mentioned to her how much I was kind of infatuated with singing with beautiful women, because I've just so many really great singers that I know are women, and I love singing with them. So that's this thing I do, But I think she felt objectified by that, and she didn't say anything, but when we went back to the hotel, because I had guitars and a little amp action, and thought we were going to make some music, maybe write a song or something.
Whoa. Make some music.
No. It's music. But she would not come to the door. She wouldn't come, she wouldn't come out of her room.
Because she thought you were a rapist.
I'm not. No.
No, you're not. Jay is.
So I didn't find out till we get back. She sends me this email saying that I was a dickhole, and if she even felt like she was in line with any of that she was a dickhole by proxy, what I think is a great band name.
Oh yeah, at least an album.
So I've lost a really good friend of mine. So thanks, Scotty. I appreciate that.
She's still pissed off about that?
I haven't heard from her since.
Hey, I'm just gonna say that.
So, anyway, hey, let's play some marbles.
There's a point where you're like, oh man, I fucked up, and it was a misunderstanding.
She started thinking that whole trip was some kind of weird plan of mine to, but it was not. It was in fucking no way.
If you hold on to that, it's like that just tells me maybe you're not even wrong in circumstances. But it's also somebody I don't want to hang out with.
Oh, come on.
Right, she's all about her.
Where is the chat?
Everything's about
Chad?
her.
Where's my chat? I lost my chat.
Oh, you're banned. I forgot to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Twitch did update.
So I'm just watching. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Don't hit play yet.
Okay. All right. Get in here.
So there's my story. I'm sticking to it. I hope to get her back, because we're trying to finish our second album, and it's been 3 years in the works. Maybe we'll do 10 like you guys. What's that band? 10 years?
10 years after.
You showed 2 of their records.
Oh, rival schools.
Yes, we're the next rival schools. 10 years worth of them.
All right, let's get into this. Let's get into this before Steve gets arrested for rape.
I probably shouldn't have made that public, but there you go.
I can delete this show afterwards.
Good.
Scotty is he hangs out with the rich men north of Richmond, so I think maybe he's been there too long.
I think you mean Scotty Boy.
Scotty Boy.
Talking about Scotty Boy?
Scotty Boy. Oh, Scotty Boy, the pipes are corded in. Look at Merv jumping out here. Come on now, take it easy, Merv, will you?
Who's veg poop?
Don't worry about it. You sound like Jay. That's the guy that lives in Ohio, right? He's one of the mods. Jay will ask a question about somebody that's been here for 14 years. He's the guy that lives nope, that's Shane. No, he's the one that we talked to about that night. Nope, that's Mental Delusion. No, but he came all the way from nope.
Wooden steps.
Never been here.
Wow.
This would be very hard for a Paralympian. Whoa. Who's making this run here? Oh, Tronic Synth is making a fucking. Let's check for fucking aimbot out it. Take it easy. You been up before, Tronic Synth, or you just fucking? Oh, let's fucking go! Hold that fucking phone.
How'd that happen?
Hold that phone.
That was quick.
Whoa. Let's hold that fucking phone.
The winner.
Wow.
Your champion, Groundman Record Night.
Wow. What was that time?
20 seconds, maybe?
108? Oh, I didn't beat any record. Fuck. That's a good run though. Songman was right behind me, real close. Kind of jumped there at the end.
God, Mike Lewis's hair.
Hey, Mike Lewis.
Me and my wife were sitting in his seats at the football stadium once.
Football stadium. Touchdown.
Are you sitting in the lawyer's seats? We're like, no. And then we see Mike Lewis coming down to get this seat. We're like, oh, maybe we're in the wrong seats because the tickets are all fucking printed stupid. It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary, by the way.
Football!
That doesn't... Football town in America. Whoa.
Is it time for Dig of the Week?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, Zontman, you gonna do Dig?
I have digs, but it's just whatever. You show your digs.
Show my digs. Will you want to smell my digs?
Somebody pulled their dig out.
Smell my sack? What are you doing there?
Would it be nice to have a lady on the show? Well,
smelling Steve's sack.
Mine died, so I can't do that.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, sweet. That's a good record right there.
Oh, those aren't digs. Those are
Not to get morbid, mine died.
not to get morbid. All right, so I went to Goodwill.
But you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So I went to Goodwill the other day and came across. Well, you showed me this. Actually,
Sure.
you showed me all these.
All right.
And I went and picked
I'll
them
take
up.
that gas.
But my friend Doug Davis.
Double D.
He's the leader of the Vagabond Saints, and he's in as many bands, maybe more. He's probably more bands than I'm in. Yeah, he's probably more bands than me. Doug Davis. I found a Doug Davis CD. Mike found a Doug Davis CD.
Yeah.
It's good. There's a lot of my friends are performing on this, which is
Oh, really?
Penny Brown Penny. Not sure what that means.
How would you describe this album or Doug's music in general?
Americana, kind of.
Okay.
I don't know. But then the artist I wasn't familiar with, Michael familiar, until Mike said I need to check it out. This is Chris
100%.
Whitley.
I'm not a big singer-songwriter guy, admittedly, but
Dude.
Chris Whitley.
I haven't listened to this one yet, but Rocket House, this is really, really good. I can only imagine this one's going to be good too.
I was up there with Cameron. Cameron was in town for work, and so we went to lunch, and then we went to the Goodwill over there, and I gave him 3 Wilco CDs that I found, and also the first Chris Whitley, and I was like, I know you don't know who this is, but listen to it.
Was that the Dirt Road one?
Nope.
I didn't see that one.
Dirt Road should be up there.
Okay. I need to go back.
That's a terrible cover. It looks
is.
awful. But
Looks like he's about to kill himself.
he's a
So
singer-songwriter.
what's he doing these days?
No, he died
Okay.
in the 90s.
Can you make that suicide prevention thing pop up, or just?
It's on a timer.
Okay.
It's on a timer. But no, he's a singer-songwriter guy that uses a resonator guitar.
Yeah.
So it's very, very folksy, but like in a cool kind of way.
But there's almost a hip hop beat behind some of that shit.
There's
too.
something.
Yeah,
There's just something going on.
There's a lot of vibe. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, and dude, I tell you something. I can't remember her name right now, and somebody can look it up if you want. But you really need to check out his daughter.
Yeah.
Who started making music, and Joss. I want to say Joss Whitley. You ever heard of Joss Whitley?
I think I have.
She's fantastic. Got a fucking hell of a voice on her. Hell of a voice. Just like her daddy. And this made me kind of fall back in love with those. I think he played those National resonators. You ever played a resonator guitar? Like not a dobro with the metal thing, but just a fucking like metal like guitar in general. It's a whole without doing slide or anything like that. It was.
We have a dobro.
Do you really?
I do. My wife actually bought it.
Wow. Dude, I told this story not long ago, actually.
It's like a Chinese.
Do you remember Dave Shepard?
No.
You remember where Music Barn is in Greensboro?
Yeah.
Coliseum?
Yeah.
Well, across the way, there was a music store about the size of this room. It was called Dave Shepard. He was Dave Shepard's, or I think. But he was a legendary, like, local guy, like, well-respected musician, older cat. But me and Jay used to go to, like, music stores all the time, just to look at guitars and drums and just, like, drool over stuff we couldn't afford. We're like 18 years old, you know what I mean? But one day, I did the same thing by myself, and I went to Music Barn over there, and then across the street I went to Dave Shepard's. When I go in there, it's this little room like this. He's really nice. I'm the only guy in there. And I look, and it's the first time I'd ever seen a dobro like up on the rack, right? And it even says like on the headstock, like Dobro Brothers or whatever. It's in like a real dobro.
Right.
And I was like, wow, I've never seen one of these. And the guy was like, that's cool, right? I was like, yeah. So I took it off, and I was like, he may have even said like, take it off and play it or something. And I took it off and brought it down like this, and the tag was like intertwined into the strings. You know how they do that?
Yeah.
So I pulled it out, and it said like $10,000. And I went, you know, like audibly. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm doing this number to put it back.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, no, man. And I'm like, I can't play it like that. I've just never held one or whatever. And he was like, no, beat around on it. Play it for a while. He was like, they didn't make shit like this to be looked at, man. You're supposed to play them. Play it, man. And so it's me and this guy in this little boutique guitar, and I'm just like, you know, but yeah, that's my resonator guitar. Like, I was 18. I'd been playing guitar for like 2 years. So I could barely, you know, make a G chord, for fuck's sake. But it was cool, though.
So this record, the first record I want to show, it's really bizarre. In fact, I bought it knowing I'll hopefully do something else with it than just listen to it. It's on Nunsuch. If you know Nunsuch, they've done a lot of like electronic music, and
Yeah.
I got like a $1 record from Pat once that's worth a lot of money. He just didn't know what the fuck it was. But anyway, this is
Check out the Johnny Cash dollar bill guitar track.
this is called Charles Dodge Earth's Magnetic Field. And what this is instrument like keyboard interpretations of solar winds. Like the solar wind puts out.
Fuck?
Yeah, it's really bizarre.
That's like those you ever run into those Dr. Heartbeat records?
Yeah.
Where it's got the cardiac rhythms and shit on record?
It's like that, but this is
That's
from the
pretty cool,
sun.
though.
This is energy from the sun turned into sound.
What
basically.
year is this from?
It's from I don't know, but Columbia University did it. Their like science
There's a
lab.
little-
There's like what the solar winds, the signals they gave off.
Wow,
that were,
this is fucking
that were
cool,
inputted
man.
into like maybe like a keyboard system or something.
Where did you find this?
This was at Underdog.
Okay. It wasn't like a Goodwill or something.
No,
That's really fucking cool,
isn't that
man.
weird?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I knew somebody would like that. That's what Jonathan said. It measures KP, the KP index, which I guess stands for corpuscular geophysics.
Oh God, Fever with his hippie shit. He shoots stuff up his nose to this record.
All right, I got another Vandergraaf Generator album. This is a repress, I believe, but I almost passed on it because it's kind of like, but then it really picks up towards the end. I was like, okay, I'll buy it just for how it where it ends up, because it's really nice. It has a nice finish to it.
You know where it falls in their discography?
No, I think it's a little later, maybe. Yeah, because it says, in June, the original Vandergraaf Generator split up for a number of reasons, and so they got back together and made this.
Sure.
It's called the Aerosol Gray Machine.
It's a nice name.
Yeah, sure. It's a 1999 reissue. I'm not sure the original date on it. Let's see, what does it say? 1969.
69. I'm talking about fucking.
Okay, I thought this is funny. There's a little like index card thing back here. It says, to make an LP, take 4 people, blend thoroughly until they are a group, add a producer of sorts, and a good engineer to taste, an assortment of good vibes, and a few ideas, and Jeff on flute.
Why's the dude gotta be?
I'll stop there.
I'll take Jeff for 800.
right,
so Jeff.
Next,
You bought that.
I bought that.
Whoa.
Yeah. Speaking of Jeff, there's our friend Jeff Jenkins from Code 7 on the back of this Code 7 LP. This is an earlier Code 7 that Mike has it already, I think.
Yeah.
It's heavier, much heavier than what I'm aware of with Code 7. Division of Labor. What year is this?
I want to say 99.
99? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I talked to Jeff Friday. I went to the Beggars Banquet, Mean Street. Beggars Banquet, Rolling Stones, Mean Street, Van Halen. And he works at Ramcat, and we talked for a while, and it's just good to catch up with him. He just got off tour with Code 7.
He's one of my like dream team. If I wanted to like start a band with people from around here, he's up there.
You know, the funny thing is, he said he wanted to go to start going to choir with me so he could learn what I do, which blows my mind.
He's always learning.
Yeah.
He's like that.
Yeah.
He thinks something's cool. It's like, well, cool. How can I learn how to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I've
Right.
always loved about him. Yeah.
Next, I think this is the first Ginger Baker Air Force album I have.
Oh, cool.
I think I have some of that Baker Gervitz, whatever the Baker Gervitz something.
Army. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I have like 3 or 4 of those, but this is the first Air Force, which I think is better than the Gervitz stuff. I think Air Force, he's in Africa with his horses and shit.
That's a Fela Kuti. He's got Fela
And he's
Kuti.
got a lot of African. Yeah. But this is, I think, it says Air Force 2, so I'm assuming it's the second.
That's a good price
It's
on
the
that.
original U.S. pressing.
That's a good price on that.
And it says VG copy with some light surface. wear.
But you know Jonathan. Come on.
Yes, I do. So yeah, I was glad to pick that up. I think it's a gatefold, maybe, or is it? Yes. Oh,
look at that. Whoa.
okay.
That looks like a Mormon cartoon.
Angels and dragons.
Fucking
Smoking the horns, man.
Yeah, baby.
John
Yeah,
Smith's gonna drop down and
Last but not least,
assault.
yeah, for $6. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a crazy price. I wasn't gonna say it because that's crass. But
You don't see that record that often.
no, I've
that's
never
why I
seen
bought
that.
it. Last but not least, I got a sealed copy. This was in the 40% off. I saw the name Ed Wynn, and I was like, you know what, Ed Wynn, I've got to buy this.
Oh yeah.
If you know Osric Tentacles,
Oh, that's
Ed Wynn is Osric Tentacles. But this is
Interesting.
Ed Wynn and Gray Vanderloo. I don't know Gray Vanderloo.
Oh, thank you, Trish. That's
Tumbling.
fantastic. Trish drops in and says, "Hey guys, please hit the thumbs up." That's a great. I mean, what do you hate us? Don't
says-
cost you nothing. Hit that fucking thumbs up.
The album's called Tumbling Through the Floativerse. New studio album of psychedelic space rock, ethereal ambient, and dub from Osric's main man, Ed Wynn, and Dutch multi-instrumentalist Gray Vanderloo of Grace Rooms. It's on K-Scope,
Is this a newer record?
which K-Scope, if you know,
Yeah.
Osric, and I think our boy Steven Wilson. Doesn't he do K-Scope?
That sounds right.
That sounds right. So this is sealed. I haven't listened to it yet.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Graphic.
Hold that fucking phone, Steve. Are you telling me this is sealed?
Yeah.
All right. That smelled awful. That is a fucking problem.
Oh.
That is tough scenes.
So yeah, those are my digs. You got some digs?
Look, I got some nonsense digs, and I forgot. I meant to look this up, but this was I don't want to say nonsense. That's not fair. But I did buy some records today, and I mentioned this earlier, but I did buy some records today. I was at the same record store you were at. Apparently 10 minutes after. You said David Gilmour was playing when you went in there?
Yeah.
David Gilmour was playing when I went in there. So we literally missed each other by minutes. But and what's funny is Jonathan was like, "Yeah, is Steve just in here?" And he's like, "Yeah, he left like 10 minutes ago." And he's like, "Yeah, he bought everything you were looking for." I'm like, "What?" I was like, "We just fucking," and I was like, no, he didn't. No, you know.
Well, I told him. I told him I was coming up here, and we were looking through your thing. And I said I was going to come up here and buy some shit before you got up here, because I saw some of the stuff you were looking at.
Yeah, there was one thing that wasn't in the stack. It was up in his like picks, and I'm like, Steve bought that. He bought that, which I wouldn't have thrown shade at all. The guy was like, "Oh, that's funny," but he was like, "No, it's up here." I was like, "Steve buy that fucking," and he's like, "No, it's up here." And I'm like, "Oh," and I was like, "That's funny," and I would
look through the CDs.
No, I saw one stuck.
I thought you were looking through.
I saw one stuck.
You know what's in the bunch? I didn't know this.
Oh, I saw it was stuck up a little taller than the CDs. That's what I noticed. I should have took a fucking picture.
There was a bunch of Uncle Watson's Widow CDs in there. I had no idea they were in there. I guess John must take them over there.
Yeah, I did. I glanced at the CD section, and there was one. It was like flat across the top,
Right.
And there was one stuck like 4 inches above the rest of them, and it was Uncle Watson's Widow. And I was like, yeah, it's.
I think John needs to drop the price on that.
What are they?
I think they're consignment. What?
How much are they up there?
$12.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, you ain't gonna sell those.
That's a tough look.
You're not gonna sell those at $12.
But no, so I was over at my mom's the other night, and she was like, "Yeah, I dug off these." She pulled some cassettes out and some CDs, and she was like, all sevens, woo, all sevens, kitty, all sevens."
Let's go to Vegas.
Hardison and Cochran.
Look at that dude's hair.
It's perfect. I told you he had a ponytail. The guy told me back in the day when he had short hair. And my buddy that went to high school with him was like, he's got a ponytail behind there. He's bullshit.
Now he's letting it out.
And I'm like, no, he doesn't. He was like the dude from ESPN, John Clayton.
Yeah.
He was like, who's got a ponytail? No, he doesn't.
I just did my live shot.
Anyway. But my mom was like, there was these CDs over here too. He's like, I think some of them were your dad's. And like somebody gave your dad some or whatever, but I found some stuff, like I bought some of these. These were some of mine, and like this is the one, I think somebody, I don't remember buying this, but and none of these are like groundbreaking shit or whatever, but this was in there and I'm like, oh shit, I'll take that, fuck man. It's a George Thorogood and the Destroyers live record called Let's Work Together. I don't know when this is from, but it's like a, kind of a greatest hits. Although it doesn't have one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer on it. But
does it have Let's Work Together? The Canned Heat song? Let's work together. Every man, woman,
I can tell you, I gotta put my readers on. Now you're gonna make me put my readers on.
Okay.
Somebody become a friend of the program?
They better.
Somebody owes me a sub. I don't want to get weird, but somebody owes me a sub.
Free pickle.
No free pickle. No free pickle.
Oh.
Now let's see. Let's got this. No particular place to go. Yeah,
No
sure.
particular place.
Ride on Josephine, Bad Boy, Cocaine Blues. If you don't start drinking, I'm gonna leave. I'm ready. I'll change my style. Get a haircut. Gear Jammer. Move it on over. You talk too much. Let's work together. St. Louis Blues and Johnny Be Good to close it out.
God, does he ever write?
I don't know.
Does he ever write an original song?
No, but I like George Thorogood, man. I mean, what
You sure?
I like
No, I'm
George.
not.
I like George Thorogood. Here's something else in here. You guys maybe know more about this than I do. It's a CD like single. It seems like that's Deep Purple. Don't Hold Your Breath from the album Perpendicular.
A CD single?
And a bonus track number 14. Yeah, I mean it's cool.
In the 90s.
Yeah, it's later. I mean, I mean, this is not when I'm like really on board with Deep
I don't
Purple.
recall CD singles.
Yeah,
They
sure.
stopped in the late 90s.
I want to say this is like, I pulled this off to make this better, but this is as good as it gets, and I still can't read it. 96. Deep Purple from 96. Oh! Dark Force. Well, then an anonymous gifter gave out that sub. You know what? I'll give you double pickle. You get the double yodeling pickle. Sub hype. You got the yodeling pickle twice. Thank you for the gift. The anonymous gifter. That's crazy. That's insane. I don't know what this sounds like. Anybody know this? I'm not expecting much from that, but it's cool. It's Deep Purple. I mean, you know, something my mom's just like throwing around. I'm like, sure. Like, what the fuck? This is so funny because just last Saturday night, I think me and Jay were sitting around all fuckered up and shit, and like he was talking about getting a sampler back in the day, and he talked about it because I had the acoustic in my hands, and I was playing Hum's The Stars song. Think she missed the train to Mars, she's out back counting stars. That song. I was playing it on acoustic, and Jay was like, you know what, I got that on a sampler, and it had this, that, and the other song on it. Cut to 3 days later, my mom was like, I think this was your dad's, and I'm like, no it wasn't, this was mine. Discovery sampler, and look right here. Hum is the first fucking band on there. And I sent it to Jay, and I was like, is this the same one you were talking about? He's like, no. It had different songs on it. But anyway, this is an alternative sampler, which has Hum, Sleeper, Truck Stop Love, Fury in the Slaughterhouse, and Wanderlust. I don't know who any of those bands are other than Hum. I'm going to be honest. But I do love Hum. 1995, BMG. It's a BMG sampler. Yeah, Hum from the 90s. So that was cool. I mean,
Oh my God. Steve Morris from the Dixie Dregs is on guitar on this.
really?
Yep.
Wow.
Replaced Richie Blackmore.
And this is the one. I meant to look this up so somebody could tell me what it was. But who remembers the indie band from the 90s called Kinky Machine? Anybody?
No.
You remember them, Steve? Kinky Machine. This is their first record. It looks like it's got I think it's self-titled, but it's just got a bunch of random shit. You can tell this is like a radio station. It's got cut 1 and cut 3 on the back. Like telling you which songs to play and shit. And it was, when I listened to it, I went back and listened to it. It's from 1993 on MCA. I went back and listened to it a little bit, and I mean, it didn't like blow me away or anything, but it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool like indie record from the 90s, and I don't know, I'm pretty nostalgic for that shit anyway, and that was, I don't know, that's pretty cool.
God, it still has pretty much everybody in the band.
Really?
I thought Deep Purple. Ian Gillian, Steve Morris, John Lord, Roger Glover, Ian Pace. Pace.
You want to do your dig song?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Come on, brother.
Take a lap, Steve.
Yeah, relax.
Stretch them quads out.
Dog out there to pee.
There you go.
Stretch them quads out. Now, Zombie,
Howdy.
where the fuck you been?
Dude, I've been lost, man. My knee's all fucked up.
What'd you do to it?
I don't know. Went
Knife
to West
fight?
Virginia.
I heard you got into a knife fight with a guy from South America.
Yeah, I remember that. Fight Club.
Yeah,
If this is your first night, you have to fight.
that's right. Hell yeah.
So yeah, man,
Everything
Sickness. You down with the sickness? I know you like your David Draymond references there for some
I
stuff.
do. I have that picture I never posted because when at that festival I was at, they were playing.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I did end up watching Disturbed, and it was I was sitting on a couch in the VIP lounge at the other stage, and they were on TV from a stage that was like 500 yards that way, and it was on TV. And he started doing sounds of silence, and so I took a picture because I'd been talking shit about. Because everybody, I'm like, yeah, those guys are fucking terrible. Like, no, bro, you hadn't heard this Sounds of Silence cover, man. Let me tell you. I'm like, let me just stop you. These are people that are trying to tell me how great Jelly Roll is, and let me tell you, let me just.
I'm not all right.
He's not.
Or whatever the Jelly Rolls is.
Oh, he's fat. That's his problem.
Was Miles Kennedy there? The Art Garfunkel is Paul Simon. Anyway,
don't get me started.
You're right.
I'm gonna go nuts.
I'm here to derail.
It's been a bad week. I'm gonna go off the rails. Now, what'd you? So you've been away. You've been doing some stuff, doing some traveling.
Trails.
Sickness.
Some West Virginia stuff. Sickness.
Yeah.
The knee. I don't know if I talked about the knee being actually out of work for a while with that. Old and decrepit.
It happens, man.
You have to and I've just been lost in my own self-pity, man, wondering if it's fun collecting records anymore.
Oh no. Oh no.
But I got digs.
That's right. All right, let's get into it.
Okay, so up in West, by God, Virginia, after going riding to go to Cheap Thrills Records in Princeton, West Virginia. I'm going to show some
Princeton.
CDs. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, Princeton.
Yeah.
Princeton, West Virginia. And I'm still pulling out the CDs. So, this I did not have on any format. Sleep.
Oh, wow.
Sleep's
Nice.
Holy Mountain.
Oh, my
Dude,
God.
I wish I was listening to this in the 90s, man.
Same.
I'm mad.
Same.
I'm kind of mad at myself.
This is one of those, I mean, I blame my lack of like knowledge of like early punk rock and missing bands like Sleep. The fact that I was an only child, and so I didn't have like a cool older brother or older sister that listened to cool shit that like hit me to it. I mean, all my cousins listened to like Hank Williams Jr. and Hank Williams Jr.
Right.
That was it. Different Hank Williams Jr. cassettes. That was it. That's my entire like family or people that I hung out with. They were my cousins, and they all listened to that. And I'm like, yeah, I fuck with Hank, of course, but like,
Right. What's that rock and roll stuff you're listening to, Mikey?
also at the time I was super big into like Guns N' Roses and L.A. Guns.
Speaking of that, since you mentioned that, I watched the documentary Nothing But a Good Time. Paramount Plus, I believe, and they just put it out for the whole Hollywood scene. So started when Motley Crue came out and the bands you just said.
Yeah.
The whole Poison, Great White, all that stuff. It talks about the excess of the hair and glam metal.
What's your login?
What's my login? Zonkman 452-178-9244372.
Hell yeah. No, that's cool. I don't. That'd be cool to own on CD just to have. I mean, just even I got the record.
You've got the record, yeah.
Yeah, it's a repress or whatever, but.
I mean, that's a CD reissue, probably from like 2019 or something.
Yeah.
This stuff. How familiar are you? Some Warrior Soul.
I don't know.
This is just a compilation.
Don't know anything about it.
Warrior Soul is kind of a. It's not really punk. It's kind of hard rock on the edge of metal, early 90s. And, some of it's a little loose there.
Loosen the caboose and
Loosen the caboose
and tighten the turbine.
From the early 90s. She's a little loose. My thing, of course, was MTV, so Love Destruction.
Dude, you have to do that.
Oh.
I'm not going to be able to do it.
Here's another one. This is like a 2019 Warrior Soul album.
Okay.
So anyway, I don't know how y'all if you're familiar with Corey Clark, Love Destruction, which was off Salutations from the Ghetto Nation.
I don't
93 album, maybe.
I don't know anything what you're saying, but that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay though. I've never heard of this band at all. Like literally, tonight's the first time I've ever heard of it.
So yeah, they have songs like Love Destruction, Punk and Belligerent. And I'm a punk. And I'm belligerent.
Hell yeah.
And I'm drunk.
Hey.
Now baby get in bed. Maybe that's what Steve was doing. So, and I got one other CD. Oh no, let's go ahead and show the album. Also got this record. Where's some Zep Pearl? He's probably still at the show. I actually picked this up. Some Robert Plant, Manic Nirvana. I had this on cassette back in the day. This is one of those, I guess as a young, I guess this would be high school by the time this album came out. But I was big on this. This was, yeah. I like this. I like this. I like the.
When did this come out?
Not 89.
I've never listened to that.
89. Pretty sure it's 89. But, you know, a lot of people are going to be, it's too much, actually 1990. People are going to be, it's too much synthesizer or keyboards or something on it. What's the hit? I don't know, because there was some Big Love, Hurting Kind. I remember, this is one of those ones where I listen to cassette over and over, so I kind of know the whole album, whether it's good or not. So I did get a CD that had the wrong CD in it used.
Okay.
So I'm literally like driving back to North Carolina from West Virginia, and I call the store back. Dude's real cool. Dude's into stoner stuff.
Yeah.
So he's all about that Sleep, King Buffalo, all them with those. Anyway, I was like, dude, man, this is the wrong CD in here. He's like, yeah, man, just bring the receipt back, man. So I had to go again. So when I went the second time,
All the way to West Virginia?
I didn't go. It's when I went to ride again.
Okay.
So I went back up, rode four-wheelers, and said, hey, man, before we leave, let's go over here to the record store so I can return the CD.
Hey.
So I returned that CD. Go, what you got?
Troxic Synth just moved to NC from NY. Dude, we're in NC right now.
Yeah, sweet.
We're in the Triad area. Where are you at, brother?
Triad. I'm going to say Charlotte or Raleigh. Coming from New York City.
That's my town.
Maybe not. I mean VCLT?
It's Trish.
Oh. Right on. I dig some
Leland. Oh, yeah.
Alex.
Hell yeah.
I'm lost now. I need a geography lesson. West or east?
That's east.
Okay.
That's down near the coast. Down near the coast.
You know, I don't mind driving.
Middle-aged me appreciated the solo Plant records a lot more.
Okay. Aaron Griffin.
Near Wilmington. Yeah, we got some homies down there, man. We got to Wilmington quite a bit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carl on the boat.
Carl the Envelope. We got a pal that lives in the marina down in Wrightsville Beach. And some other friends that live in Sneed's Ferry down that way. We got the Boss Man is down in Wilmington. So yeah, we got some homies down that way.
Yeah.
And I'll be coming down that way here in a few weeks to
shit.
do a little surf fishing. I always take the last week of October off to go down to the NC coast and do a little surf fishing. It's just good for what ails you.
Yeah, that's when you pull your rod out.
And for me, it's crippling depression. But anyway.
So this was the CD I exchanged to get. I know you're familiar with that album, Pixies Doolittle.
Oh yeah.
1989. That's got
Whoa.
a CD version of that to swap out. And I didn't even say what the CD was. It was a Stevie Ray comp, and it just had the wrong Stevie Ray CD in it. And they just didn't look hard enough.
Hell yeah.
So while I was there, like, hey man, gotta trade this CD out. I said, you know what, man, we gotta go ahead and dig on these records I saw last time I was here. I know you've got this.
Yeah.
West Virginia's own Karma to Burn.
West Virginia's very own Karma to Burn, who I played some shows with, or a show with back in the day. That's the record I own.
That's a movie, and then this is the Wild, Wonderful.
Oh, that's the one, man. That's the one you want.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Purgatory.
Wow.
And I did not realize, dude.
Hell yeah.
fell and hit his head and died.
What?
In like 2021.
Really?
And then this is a Music on Vinyl reissue, but this was, they reissued the Karma to Burn records on Heavy Psych Sounds. That's why the crazy ass price on this record, but I went ahead and wanted to support the local shop there.
Hell yeah.
And I definitely needed some Karma to Burn. So yeah, that's it. That's it for my West Virginia digs.
Hell yeah. We played a show where it was we played, and then Karma to Burn played it. I didn't know who the fuck they were, but they were like really loud. Like, I don't want to say like 3-piece. The dudes wore like super like low hats, had the bill like bent way in a crescent, and just kept their head down and played. They didn't say much between songs or none of that shit. It was just it was instrumental fucking. Some of the stuff has vocals on it, but that night there were
very few.
Yeah, they were all instrumental and just rocking like fuck. And then CKY was the headliner, so it was us and Karma to Burn and CKY. Great show. One of my favorite shows that I played on, actually. And those guys, I didn't interact with those guys, but CKY was super fucking cool to hang out with and shit.
Now, one thing that's weird is I didn't, the first record has song titles.
Yeah.
There's song titles on there. Every other record after that is just numbers for the tracks.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got for some digs.
Fucking A, man.
All right.
What we're going to do, we'll take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back with a So to Speak and Chip Chat. That's going to be, I don't know, fucking legendary, if I have to say so my damn self. So stay tuned, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us here on fucking Grown Man Record Night. The only place you want to be on a fucking Friday night. The fucking strong arm of the fucking VC. Because let's be honest, bad taste is a disease. Let's meet that fucking cure. We'll be right back.
Grown Man Record Night will be back in a minute. Stick around.
For Players Club International, Mr. Telly Savalas.
You know, I love the excitement in Atlantic City and Las Vegas, and okay, I get VIP treatment. Now, you too can get VIP treatment and big savings just by carrying the Players Club Gold Card. You too can save 25 to 60% off rooms, 25 to 50% off top-name entertainment, always 25% off food and beverages. And you'll never have to wait in long registration and show lines again. The Players Club Gold Card, the way to go for incredible savings at some of the finest casino resorts in the world. In Atlantic City, use your Players Club Gold Card at Harrah's Marina, Resorts International, Trump Plaza, the Saints. In Vegas, use it at the Riviera, Frontier, Sahara, Sands, the Mint, plus many other hotels in Reno, Tahoe, the Caribbean, around the world. Oh, yeah. Use your Players Club card to dine in one hotel, see a show in another, and spend the night in another. Hey, no strings attached to get the club's benefits. You may save more than the cost of your membership the very first time you use your Players Club Gold Card. After that, it's bonus time, baby. You listen to Telly? Call Players Club today.
Call me now. I'll send you all the information you need about Players Club. And if you join now, you'll receive this handsome travel wallet absolutely free. Call 1-800-532-9900 now. That's 1-800-532-9900.
Here's Cal Worthington and his dog Spot.
If you're living short of cash, go see Cal. Comes over in a flash, go see Cal.
If other dealers you have cussed, here's a dealer you can trust. All you have to do is just go see Cal.
You know, a real nice thing about shopping here at Worthington Ford is you can shop indoors. You can shop indoors for used cars or new cars. We have a giant showroom and a great big service department. We pack it with cars. Of course, you get a 10-day truck exchange, you get a free warranty on the powertrain, and you get bargain prices. Look, here's an 82 Buick Riviera, $49.95, $89 a month. Here's an 83 Ford Mustang, $34.95, $84 a month. Here's an 82 Ford Escort station wagon, $19.95, just $69 a month. Here's an 81 Jeep, a CJ7, $35.95, $84 a month. And an 82 Ford LTD Crown Vic for $24.95, $79 a month. Hey, come on over. A gang of cars, bargain prices, and shop indoors. Worthington Ford, we're open to midnight. I'll see you here.
Diamond Center, we'll make your day. Diamond Center, the perfect stop along the way. It's a slice of life, and we build it all for you. Diamond Center, it'll make your day. Diamond Center.
Oh, what are you doing?
Use your head.
What are you doing?
Use your head.
What are you doing? Oh, Steve's playing Jenga. VHS Jenga. 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 You gotta use your shoulder at the top.
I ain't using my shoulder.
No, it's not good.
Oh,
Push
it back up.
Look at the top. Look at the top. No!
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. All right, where are we?
Whoa, man, your record's down there, man. You just ran over it with the chair.
No, I didn't.
Everything. You got root beer all over you.
What?
You got root beer all over you.
Root beer?
Yeah, it's all over you. All the root beer.
All the root beer.
All right. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Soda stuff. They didn't bring no Jenga.
I didn't do too well, though.
I think you made a mistake.
I didn't bring it all down, thank God.
No, you didn't. You didn't bring the whole.
You had it.
You didn't bring. You was close, but there was a little bit. There was a little cockiness.
I shouldn't have done that.
There was a little cockiness going on.
I shouldn't have slapped it.
Yeah, that was a little cockiness going on.
Yeah.
You got a little bit too big for them britches.
Okay.
You want one of these, Steve?
Oh, little one.
Oh, what is no? You either take a shot or you don't. I don't have to rim it out, but it's one or the other.
Rim it out.
That was my nickname in high school. Well, elementary, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
But my teacher was so hot.
I'm gonna need my glasses. Where are my glasses?
Mr. Martin had the greatest plants too.
Shit, I lost my glasses. Oh no, they're in my pocket.
All right, let's get into a soda speak.
I'm gonna need my glasses for this.
We'll do the shot first. But then we got Steve's got a soda we brought in, or he brought in. Cheers.
All right. A sippable homage to Peaches and Cream Barbie doll.
Whoa.
Our soda captures her timeless, vibrant, and sweet, but not too sweet, spirit with an unforgettable fusion of real peach juice, deep, full-bodied vanilla, and white peach gummy flavor.
What the fuck?
So go ahead, crack it open, and celebrate the magic and joy the iconic doll has brought countless hearts over the years. Oh yeah, and make your sweet tooth very happy.
What the fuck?
We got a Olipop Barbie Peaches and Cream soda.
Where did you run across this?
Don't ask me that. I don't know where I got this. But
it's
I got
a Barbie soda.
I went ahead and bought two of them, so you can have one on.
Oh, sure. Wow.
A new kind of soda. I imagine it's not going to be too sweet.
No, but you said peach and vanilla and gummy.
One can only has 50 calories, so I don't think it's going to be too sweet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But those flavors you mentioned sound fucking incredible.
Contains 17% juice.
It's got a nice bouquet to it, but it's not over the top. Oh, it's got some juice in it?
Yep.
You said 17%?
17.
That's a lot of juice. For a soda, that's a lot of juice. Like Sundrop has like less than 1%.
Do you know how old that bitch is?
Nope.
65.
Words to live by. Do you know how old that bitch is? Oh my God. Jesus fucking Christ. You want some of this song, man?
Yeah.
You should try this. It's really good. It's clear. It's a clear soda.
That is so good.
So it's supposed to be peaches and cream.
I taste bubble gum.
That's the gummy part, probably.
On the very back end. Very, very, very back end. Bubble gum that's peach, vanilla. And
but honestly, it's not too sweet. It's not really syrupy. Let's see. Carbonated water.
Compared, like, how many carbs did you say it had?
Carbs?
Or just like sugar?
17 grams of carbs.
That's
50 calories.
Nothing. That's nothing.
Right.
For soda.
For a soda, that's nothing. I mean, when you started telling me
total sugars, 5 grams.
That's incredible. When you were talking this type of metrics to me earlier, I'm immediately thinking like sparkling water.
Yeah, that crap. Yeah.
I mean, I dig that stuff.
But it's not a soda though.
No.
But this tastes like a soda.
This tastes like a soda. One of the better ones we've had this year. I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe the best I've had this year. Have we had a better soda this year? This is up there.
It says Ola Smart or Ola Smart. What
I
is
just want to hate on Barbie to hate on Barbie.
Oh, I like Barbie.
Ola Smart, parentheses.
Me and Barbie go way back. I used to look at naked Barbie when I was like 3 years old. If I had a cousin that had Barbies, I would just take them clothes off.
Cassava root fiber, chicory root, insulin.
You need that sometimes.
I think this soda's woke.
Jerusalem artichoke insulin.
Jerusalem artichoke?
Maple cactus, marshmallow root, calendula flavor, what? Kudzu root, peach juice, apricot juice, cassava root syrup, apple juice concentrate, of course, lemon juice, natural vanilla flavor, stevia.
There we go. There we go.
Himalayan pink salt.
Stevia is why it's so sweet with having less carbs.
Natural peach flavor, natural bourbon vanilla flavor.
It's incredible.
Wow, there's a lot of weird stuff in that.
A lot of bougie fucking shit in that.
But it's good.
Simply put, you're drinking future floor wax.
The Jerusalem.
It does have the Mattel logo, so that must be, they got permission to put the Barbie logo. Unlike
that's your name, dude, Stevia. That's your new name. If Scotty has to be Scotty Boy, you're now Stevia.
Okay, I'll take it. Stevia Fevia?
Or I know I'm still kind of partial to drugs fever.
I was going to ask, is this kosher? Because when you said Jerusalem something,
okay,
you were going
we're not.
Hello.
That's topical. We're not going to get into the whole thing.
But then he went into this whole Italian thing.
Oh yeah,
Himalayan pink salt.
So I don't know.
Sure. Pink.
Well, it's clear though.
Sure. Good.
I must say it's much better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like you said, one of those like
sparkling water.
Things
like
that had no flavor,
light.
stevia,
which I fuck with them during the week, but on a Friday night when we're doing a soda speak, I want something with a little yang to it.
But for a low-calorie soda, that's pretty damn good.
That's got some stanky on that hang down, Steve. I'm going to be honest with you.
I recommend it.
I'll recommend it. Check it out, books.
You don't mind holding a pink soda in your hand.
Oh, I'm confident in my sexuality. I'll hold a pink soda. I'll squeeze it. I'll squeeze that can until
You'll
just
squeeze that pink?
I'll squeeze that pink. All right, let's.
You want to talk OBS first? Oh, we got to run the open.
Got to run the open.
Potato chips, how my mouth does dip. Potato chips, how my mouth does dip.
Excesso calorious. Excesso. There's a lot of stuff on the chip, is what you're saying. Those are thick. Papas. Look at that. Es delicioso. Ah! Sting City. Sting City. We are legit into the thousands of potato chips that we reviewed in this program. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll tell you so much the fact that Sweet Tea, God bless her, who has archived all these chips we've done here on the program in a spreadsheet, then she'll send it to us, right? Well, automatically it tries to open it in like Google Docs, like in like the Drive kind of thing. Now it's too big of a file to open mobily.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. It's that big of a file because it's over 1,000 chips we've reviewed. Wow. So I had to drop it into this, which is really cool. There's an online application that you can just drop a file into.
Yeah.
Because I don't have Excel on this computer.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
But I could put it on here, I know. But like,
no.
Anyway. But
and what program is that?
There's a couple of browser-based things where you can do that. You just drop a file in and it launches like in your browser will display your. The problem is, literally with this one, 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
It takes 20 minutes to load everything. Because Zonkman brought up some chips tonight. He's like, you done these? He's like, they're not new. He's like, you guys have done these. And I'm like, you guys have probably done these. And I'm like, that sounds, I don't know that we've done those. But also, I remember very few chip chats we've ever done in 12 years, 14 years, whatever.
Yeah.
I remember very few chip chats. So I'm like, I don't know. But after 20 minutes, we've not done them. Anyway. Both, Scotty. Google Docs, the sheets, none of those viewers will open up. We do have an open bag special tonight, courtesy of our pal. Jay wanted to get into these something fierce tonight.
Apparently.
He was pressing me. Jay was fucking pressing me to open these tonight.
Isn't there another bag of those in there?
There is, and we've done them before. That's why we're going to do these as an open bag special from our pal, Wizard of Video Games. Go follow him on Twitch. The Hers Ghost Pepper Ridged Chip. These are absolutely fantastic. We've been munching on these.
They're hot. They're not too hot.
They're hot, but they don't.
Not like ghost pepper. Oh shit! Hot. You know.
Last week, I made a mistake. I'll own up to it now.
What?
So, I had another open bag special from Wizard.
You can still see my my arms right there.
So it was just like this. I had an open bag special from Wizard. They were also hot as fuck. It was the Carolina Reaper cheese puffs.
Oh.
So I'm eating those. They're lighting me on fire. There's a phone number. If you look, it's probably the same right there. Boom, like right in that left corner. Phone number. So I'm like, get them on the fucking horn. I'm doing the show by myself. I pull it up. I call them. They don't answer. I get pissed off. I'm fanning my mouth off. And so I said, I know who will answer. And I pulled up the Hall & Oates fucking phone number. And we listened to a Hall & Oates song. And I closed the program on the open bag special. I had another bag of chips to do. which is what was supposed to be Chip Chat, and I didn't.
And you didn't do it?
I didn't do them because I got locked into
It was
that.
so hot.
They were so hot. And
Messed with your brain.
And then I got locked into the Hall & Oates thing, and I was like, all right, we'll see you guys next time, and the show's over. Anyway, I remember you and Jay doing Chip Chat with the Thompson water-sealed bugles for wood, brick, or concrete. I already know your answer, but try not to be biased. Do me a favor. No bias. If you had to pick a commercial, Thompson's water seal or the Cryon.
God, I knew you were going to say Cryon. I'm sorry.
With the Johnny Bench.
Johnny Bench.
Come on.
No runs, drips, or errors.
It's almost a tie for me. That's a tie for me.
Speaking of Thai, we had, for our anniversary, we went to Thai Harmony downtown Winston-Salem.
Do you have peanut sauce?
I did. Had peanut sauce with my salad roll.
All right.
And they've opened They've opened a ramen shop right there on 4th Street called Ramen Mafia.
Well, it's funny you say that. Would you hand me a brewski?
Oh, yeah. Tiny, right?
Yes, sir. Would you mind opening it? I don't have an opener in here.
We still have a chip to do, by the way.
Well, it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that. But I'm trying to cleanse my palate. There's a
opener.
It's mounted on the
wall.
On the wall. In the doorway.
In the doorway. In the look between the rooms.
Where my news IFB hangs.
Isn't that where your crusher is?
That's where the crusher is. I got a can crusher. I would invite anybody watching this program to get a can crusher.
You ought to get a GMRN can crusher.
Ooh, yeah, sure.
Market it.
Sure. All right, surely. I just wanted to cleanse my palate because I'm afraid the next.
Yeah. You don't want this.
Well, I'm afraid this next one. This was probably a bad 1-2 punch because the next one's also going to be spicy.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It literally says spicy in the fucking title.
Oh, okay.
Whew. I just wanted to cleanse this out. All right.
I do love me some Funyuns.
Yeah, dude. I found these last week, and I'm like, yo, I know we hadn't done these.
No, we have not.
So I'll put them in the little cachet over here. Funyuns. But look at this fucking bag. It's hot and spicy.
Maruchan ramen.
Chicken ramen. Holy shit. I don't even know what to think of this. But my mouth is still burning from those other ones, so everything's all fucked up. Oh, let me read the hype on the back. Let me get them readers. I'm gonna have to make a readers emote, yeah. I just
Sinful thoughts, negative thoughts. Why did we lose?
I bought these at Goodwill. Because my other ones broke.
You bought those Funyuns?
No, my new readers.
You bought those at Goodwill. Mm-hmm. I like the lady-looking readers better.
Oh, I got some. I got a bunch of readers. Those are broken though. Those are the Chris Brzezinski's. Those are the Dixieland Farm readers.
Oh shit.
It says, oh whoa. On the back. Snack your noodles.
Snack your noodles.
Now that's quote of the fucking night right there. But it says, snack your noodles. The iconic zesty flavor of crispy Funyuns meets the savory, hot and spicy chicken ramen flavor with a fiery kick from Maruchan. Enjoy a hot collab that will get your taste buds in a spicy mood. Again, I've said it for over a decade. My dream job is writing this shit on the back of chip bags. Don't get it twisted. I'm a professional writer. I get paid for writing things. This is what I want to do. I want to write this. That's all I want to write. Chip bags.
Ridged and crunchy.
chip bag.
For your pleasure.
What's that called? It's not technical writer. That's people do manuals and shit.
Yeah, what is that?
Promotional writer?
But like, you know.
Chip bag writer.
Yeah. After a hot day, the crispy flavor of a delicious barbecue chip at your family barbecue with burgers on the grill smoking in the background entices your, you know, that they're just so flowery.
Keep your bunghole locked away.
They're so flowery
Why
with
did
their
it turn into rape?
Right for Uncle Ray's? That's what Scotty says. All right, what we got? I mean, we have actual Funyuns here. I mean, they're Funyun City, nice and seasoned. You can see the nice the color to the Funyun.
There's a lot
you know
of
this
stuff
is going to have some fucking butt business going on here, right?
Butt business. Comments? 1-800-352-4477.
Call them upstairs.
Weekdays, 9 to 4:30.
Fuck a weekday.
9 to 4:30.
4:30.
What the fuck is that?
They'd be getting drunk at 4:30 to 5:30.
I ain't waiting till 5. Let's get that shit in here at 4:30.
Yeah, they're gonna get to happy hour.
Mm.
But you don't like Funyuns?
Oh, I fucking love Funyuns. I just horked some Funyuns yesterday. Where did I get all them chips? Oh, when we had our gig, they always give us like a sandwich tray in the back in Walnut Cove, and we had sandwiches and cookies and shit, and beer and soda. But the chips, I must have put like 20 bags of chips in my sack. And
Steve's sack. Hot take before anybody comments on the flavor. Hot take. I prefer Wise onion rings over Funyuns because Funyuns cut the fuck out of your the roof of your mouth. These are fantastic and very light on the flavor.
My God,
for what it looks like.
These are what Funyuns want to be.
Yeah, these are great.
Oh, man.
Not spicy.
No, not at all.
No. And maybe part of that's because we just horked some ghost pepper shit.
You know, I'll say it again. Snack your noodles.
Snack your noodles.
Snack your motherfucking noodles, man.
Aaron says, I ate like 4 sandwiches when I shot you guys at Walnut Cove.
Yeah, man, I said they give us way too much food. I'm like, well, who wants to fucking eat when you're going to go up and fucking do Zeppelin for 2 hours?
Dude, I told these, we went down to, this is such a fucking funny story. These are incredible, by the way. If you see the ramen Funyuns, go for it.
Go for it.
They're not super spicy. No, listen to this. This is why I remember this. We went down to, when I was playing shows and shit, we went down to Greenville, North Carolina, at the coast.
Down east.
Sure. And well, the big deal was we were opening for 3 Days Grace. They had the #1 song in the country. They were #1 on the Billboard chart. And we played in a sports bar with like no stage. And they were the headliners and shit. And they were driving from Canada. I think they're from Canada.
Yeah.
And it was like the first show on their tour or some shit or something weird. And they were literally #1 on the chart. And they were super late. So we kept stalling to play or whatever.
Joseph Stalin.
And but back in the little like green room area, I was hanging out with a sound guy who was a really cool guy, and we talked a lot about guitars and gear and all that shit. But they had the party like the cubes of cheese. Mm-hmm. They had some cheddar, they had some Colby Jack, and they had some like pepper jack.
Sure.
The little cubes and shit.
Yeah.
Man, I may have eaten.
And where's this place?
Greenville, South Carolina.
What was the bar?
It was a sports bar.
Okay.
Yeah, something pub. Yeah, it was crazy that we were playing this show. And it was packed. Like, people were, like, turned away out the door. And I just kept sitting back there talking to this guy, drinking beers, eating these cubes of cheese. And I ate so many, Steve. I mean, we're talking 65, 70 cubes of cheese.
You got blocked
I'm not bullshitting. And they were like,
you didn't shit for 3 days.
Like, all right, well, 3 days? They're like, all right, 3 days grace. They said they're like 45 minutes out, or whatever. And I looked at the sound man. I'll never forget. I had like 3 cubes of cheese on a toothpick, and I went like this. I went, I hope they never fucking show up. And then we opened for them, and the sound man said, "You guys blew them off the fucking stage."
Well, you had all the cheese.
I had all the cheese in the gullet. And it was 3 days grace. So fuck those guys. Yeah. If you telling me, yeah, you guys were better than 3 days grace, fucking A, we were better than 3 days grace. It was fucking 3 days grace. Jesus Christ. What are we saying?
What was their number one song?
Is that the I hate everything about you? I think that was the song. That's a true fucking story. And the sound man really did say, you guys blew them off the fucking stage. Because we went out there. See, what you did was you gave us an extra hour to, like, drink. And then when we went on, it was a fucking cartoon.
Yeah.
It was a fucking cartoon. And we managed to keep it together. There were times when it was a cartoon and it was a fucking cartoon. And sometimes it's like everything just lined up and... Everybody's like, how are these guys not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? And then the next time we play, they're like, what the fuck was that? Yeah, but it was fantastic. But that's what I remember about cubes of cheese.
Cubes of cheese. That's what I remember about cubes of cheese.
That's what I remember about cubes of cheese.
Looking ahead.
What's your number?
So, at Walnut Cove, I asked my friend Kate.
Is that the one that won't speak to you anymore?
No.
Okay.
she's the one that.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Nay.
But she blew everybody away because she has a degree in jazz flute. So in addition to playing on Stairway to Heaven, she was doing some crazy flute shit on Stairway to Heaven. Right before right during sound check, drummer's like, "Hey Kate, you think you can come up with something?
You think you're autistic?
You could play something kind of Middle Eastern."
Welcome to Frito-Lay Consumer Relations. Our offices are currently closed.
For Kashmir, and
we apologize
so
for any inconvenience.
She's like, "Let me
think
about it." And so
our normal
she made
hours
just
of
amazing.
operation,
So anyway,
Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Central Time. Should you need emergency medical.
I was trying to.
So anyway, to return the favor, next Saturday, I'm going to be singing backup for her. It's called Lightning Kate and the Reprobates.
Call the notes. Your emergency Hall and Oates helpline.
What's that?
One-on-one, please press 1.
What's that?
To hear Rich Girl, please press 2.
Oh, it's all
to hear
notes.
Man-Eater, please press 3.
Man-Eater.
To hear Privatize, please press 4.
Privatize?
Which one?
Did you pick one?
Yeah. Which one?
Sorry, I didn't get your response.
We are sorry. An application error has occurred. Goodbye.
So anyway, I'm singing backing vocals for Kate next week. And then in October, Bad Company Free, we're kicking it off at the Down Home Festival in Reedsville.
What's that one song they do?
Who?
Bad Company?
Bad Company? It's called Bad Company. We're not doing that.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I do that when I wake up sometimes. I really do. Bad Company.
That's why I'm shooting this. But that's why I'm shooting this. This thing tomorrow.
Children.
No.
School.
No. It's a. What do you call it?
Rape trial?
No.
Deposition?
No. There's 2 sopranos and a pianist.
Habeas corpus.
They're performing. I'm shooting that. And in return, I'm getting free piano lessons. So I can figure out how to play Bad company, basically. Like simple piano shit that Paul Rogers, because the thing about Paul Rogers, he plays piano on a lot of that stuff. It's not really complicated piano. It's just like,
Yeah.
So hopefully.
I wish I would have learned piano when I was a kid.
Me too.
Yeah.
I had a piano in the house.
I remember telling the kid that when she was like 12, 13 years old. I was like, yo, you'll be able to, from now forward, you'll be able to figure out every instrument.
Pretty much.
Easily. I mean, easily. Once you get the hand-eye thing.
Yeah.
You'll know where the music is. You just got to find it.
You'll know where the music is. You just got to find it.
Somebody write that down. Fuck.
Amen, brother.
So we're going to go back over to the Twitch side of things.
Hey, my friends in the Spindle 45 are performing in High Point tomorrow at 12:30.
12:30.
Yeah, I could wake up here and then just go see what they're doing. Yeah. They'll probably be setting up as soon as I'm leaving town. Yeah, and Double D's going to be sitting in on a guitar for them.
We should just show up with a bunch of biscuits.
Doug Davis.
Double D. We should show up with a bunch of biscuits.
From the Biscuit House? No?
I've never been there.
Oh, I go there all the time.
Biscuit King or Biscuit?
No, the Biscuit House.
Biscuit, no. Factory.
Nope.
House. Where the fuck are you going?
You're right down in Eastchester.
No, that's the Biscuit Factory.
Okay, is that the Biscuit Factory? Right when you turn.
Yeah.
That's the Biscuit Factory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've never been there.
Oh,
ever.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like a cat head biscuit.
Sure, I love a cat head biscuit. But and just a fucking. I tried to look online. How much you go to the? Every time we do a telethon, everybody's always got those.
Not
fucking,
us.
Sure. Those 10 or 12 packs of sausage biscuits, and I was like, how much does that cost? If it was a Saturday, I may have eaten a bunch of edibles and played some golf, and said like, yeah, I'm going to go get a dozen sausage biscuits. How much does that cost? And I couldn't get a number. Everybody's bullshitting online. Like, nah, man, give me a number. I want to know. Am I ordering a pizza or am I going to pick up a dozen sausage bees? What are we saying? Just give me a number. If it's $24.98, we're gonna get a pizza, right?
Scotty said he quoted you from May 17th.
There should be a band named
Cleft Huxtable. Triple Cleft Huxtable.
Oh.
I'll spit on myself.
An Archer Road production? Yeah.
Okay. Well, this has been fun.
Sure.
I'm glad I came back.
Absolutely.
I'll see you in another 3 months.
If you go back over to the we're getting ready to jump.
Oh, by the way, that Down Home Festival I was telling you about, Artemis will be there.
Is that right?
Gary Maverick Band, yeah.
Oh, the GMB?
Yeah, and my friend Kate, who's
Are they going to play Kentucky Gentlemen?
Kate's singing backup for them.
For Kentucky Gentlemen? That's my jam.
Kentucky Gentlemen.
I want that KG vibe.
Yeah, you should come. You should come and videotape the Down Home Festival. It's October 12th at Gary Maverick's farm in Reedsville.
Oh, now we're talking. Now, you lost me until you said that. And now, I've never been more all in on something in my entire life.
Oh, Lord. Y'all hang in there.
Except for my big Tarvey treatments.
Don't go away.
But no, I was going to say, for those watching on YouTube, if you don't know, we're going to go back over to Twitch and Kick. We're doing Twitch and Kick nowadays.
What's Kick?
Well,
see, I haven't been here.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been here so long, I don't know what the fuck Kick is. What the fuck is a Kick?
Well, it's another platform. We're all over. They go all over. But look, I bought some records today, and there's a couple of them I may want to just fucking listen to. So even though I've not done them on Dig of the Week, there's a fucking outside chance I may bust into something over on Twitch tonight that you've not heard or seen before. What the fuck is happening?
You think your jeans and it helps you open up a sealed...
It doesn't have to be your crotch.
Oh, really?
Literally at all.
I thought it had to be your crotch.
Literally ever. Or at all. Or for any reason.
All right.
Let me try this again.
Who you calling? You calling the chip people?
Yeah.
Or the
Your
soda?
emergency Hall and Oates helpline. To hear 1, please press 1. To hear Rich Girl, please press 2.
Rich Girl.
To hear Man-Eater, please press
Man-Eater.
3.
Which one you
To
want?
hear Privatize, please press
Man-Eater.
4.
3.
When I was a kid, I remember like, how they do that?
This is like me at karaoke. God, I want to go see Gong.